Snart med Morgen, Susan, snart med Morgen. Iron Alpha Faten, Lunchen, Show North. Is net met de aardige over naar succes van of station star. Het is even zo sensationeel. Nu weer iets van meer snel gaan we zo. Ja, misschien is het niet meer met meer zo wat meer stress.
Dearest Pen, I had another great Viva La Dungeon the other night. Next week is going to be Viva La Dungeon Master. Kevin, from level 9, will be doing it again. I asked Lich and I told him I should be doing that show too. I do not think he realizes my value. He said he would keep an eye on the situation. I hate him sometimes. I hear he isn't going to be doing X-Crawl anymore, which means I won't be doing X-Crawl. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I hope you are well. Yours truly, Sigh.
I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that just sick go. Really, I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that. I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that just sick go. Really, I don't really need that sick go. That sick go. I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that just sick go. Really, I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that. I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that just sick go. Really, I don't really need that. Sick go, that sick go. I don't really need that sick go. I don't really need that. I don't really need that just sick go. Really sick go, that sick go. I don't really need that just sick go.
My booty.
Get in the pot.
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 Get in the fucking pot.
Hurry up. Get in the pot.
stove with a hot-ass tone. Wake up, people. The vaccine's turning people into vampires. Hashtag topical. Find out more on the Octopus Trove Show. Saturday nights on Twitch. Right here on the Witching Hour. Stay in the room. Ben Stove.
Slås med ordningen, stillsam, stærk med morgen. Iren i alfafaten, Dungeon Master. Ich bin nicht mehr der Arsch gerufen, Arsch sitzen ist Moms auf dem Zwischen Server. Ich sage, so sind sie stark. Mir wäre ich von mir nicht mehr auf der Fresse. Wir haben das hier in diesem Video, es geht uns über die Schwester.
Dearest Pen, I had another great Viva La Dungeon the other night. Next week is going to be Viva La Dungeon Master. Kevin, from level 9, will be doing it again. I asked Lich and I told him I should be doing that show too. I do not think he realizes my value. He said he would keep an eye on the situation. I hate him sometimes. I hear he isn't going to be doing X-Crawl anymore, which means I won't be doing X-Crawl. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I hope you are well. Yours truly, Sigh.
I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that just sick go. Really, I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that. I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that just sick go. Really, I don't really need that sick go. That sick go. I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that just sick go. Really, I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that. I don't really need that sick go. Really, I don't really need that just sick go. Really, I don't really need that. Sick go, that sick go. I don't really need that sick go. I don't really need that. I don't really need that just sick go. Really sick go, that sick go. I don't really need that just sick go.
Gooby my booty.
Get in the pot.
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 Get in the fucking pot.
Hurry up. Get in the pot.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin from Level 9. Welcome to Viva La Dungeon Master. What I like to call an intimate night between Dungeon and Dungeon Master. I want to check really quick, everybody can hear me, right? Yes. Let's turn on some music, and then we'll get going. So, Dungeon Masters are weird folk. We're interesting, to say the least. Part masochist, some of them part sadists, all of them spending their precious time to bring a world to life for you to create a story within. Tonight, we're going to get to know Big Jim Slade. And let me make sure you are on. Hello, Dungeon Master. I'm doing great. Thank you very much. So, Dungeon Master, tell us a little bit, just a tiny bit, like how long you've been dungeon mastering. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. I knew that was going to happen at some point, ladies and gentlemen. It's all right. We got you. Okay. There you go, Jim. Introduce yourself, Big Jim.
My pro streaming ability affects other people's stream too. I love it. So I've been gaming since. My first game of D&D was Redbox mid '80s sometime.
Nice.
I couldn't even tell. Actually, early '80s, probably like '83, '82. I've been DMing though, 5th edition for a few years now.
Yeah.
I started DMing. I would DM a little bit back in AD&D days, run some adventures,
Yeah.
a little bit in 3.5, but it fell by the wayside a little bit as I had kids and worked and didn't.
Sure.
And a lot of my gaming group moved away.
Yeah. Back when we were tied to meat space.
Yeah. Yep. And then playing with the Pyro Club, with some folks I used to play with World of Warcraft with. And then started doing some in-person tables again for some friends who wanted to learn to play D&D. And also running them online Twitch, especially over the past year where you couldn't leave your house. So why not sit in front of a computer screen and play D&D?
Yeah, I know. It's a pretty exciting time for us game players, role players.
They laughed at us. They mocked us.
Now they're watching us on their big screens.
That's right.
Well, we're going to get to know more about you and your thinking and your methodologies of being a dungeon master.
Mm-hmm.
But to make it interesting, Jim, you're going to have to encounter the dungeon level by level until you finally meet the Lich, who's got a special question for you. So basically what's going to happen, I'm going to be asking questions and you're going to be fighting monsters.
Seems fair.
You brought a character, and it was a very, very interesting class. What's your character's class?
So, as a dungeon master, you're creating worlds, sort of managing them as the game goes on. So, I'm here as a global implementation manager.
So here's the story for tonight. A level 0 global implementation manager is entering the dungeon. A fully bloomed dungeon master will exit, or something like that. You're probably wondering, like, for anybody who doesn't know, the dungeon is actually located underneath an abandoned gas station. It's actually an illusion that's cast nowadays. It's you can't have there's no mountains, big doors, and stuff like that. We're kind of underneath it somewhere. But
I was really disappointed. I wanted some Kit Kats and a Diet Coke, and it's all an illusion.
It's all an illusion. All right, we're going to enter your global implement. Blah, 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 blah. Your
That's
global
the other part
imp,
of this name.
Your global imp manager is going to be going into level 1 of the dungeon, which is the crypts. So let me make sure we've got everybody ready. I'll be right back. All right, so.
Great.
All right, places, everybody. Omag, get that out of your mouth. Nothing in here is food. Not even Goob. No. Even though Goob, you do smell suspiciously good though. Let's get Iker in here. We're gonna go to the crypts. Where's Iker? Grab him. Bring him in. Okay. Let's just do this.
1 minute later.
Where am I though? Oh. I am here. Hey. Hello. Hello, Iker. Iker is tonight's representation, is the monster representing level 1 tonight. Level 1 is the Crypts, inhabited by our most undead folk. Iker is an undead skeletal dragonborn. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. All right, DM Big Slade. So the Crypts are restore the past, and like zombies, memories can shamble around in our brains forever. So my first question for you, now that we got to kind of like how long you've been around and DMing for, is I'm wondering is what dungeon mastering memory or lesson or trick has survived the longest in your mind? If you had to dig back and open up that old dusty chest, what would you get out of it?
I'd like you to leave my dusty chest out of this. But
Making noted. Dusty chest.
Thinking about this a little bit, the first thing as a DM that I have learned is always have tables ready.
Oh.
Because you might have to have something random happen, the party's going to go off on the tangent. Have a table ready of things that can happen that you can pull out in various ways.
Yeah.
The one that's lasted the longest, though, is never argue a party choice.
Okay.
Never, you always go along, even though it's something that is going to potentially cause problems, things like that.
Party wide.
Roll with it. Let the party have their decision.
Is there a good story that goes along with that?
Yes. This was when I was a player many years ago. We had a puzzle that we had to solve. And we had to get across a chasm, and there was a giant floating billboard that gave the riddle to get across the chasm.
Okay.
Things like that.
Classic.
And instead of trying to solve the riddle, we were bound and determined to try and grab the floating billboard and surf across the chasm with it.
Of course you
And we finally just wore the DM down, and it actually turned out to be awesome in the end because we had this floating billboard that then he was able to use against us later.
Oh, okay.
But it totally threw off everything, and later on when talking to him, it threw it off. But it really worked out well.
Yeah.
And I try to never argue with a party choice.
No, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I could remember the first time I had that kind of... It's just like when you're fighting, all of a sudden the game doesn't become fun if you're arguing. If there's suddenly, DM is arguing with players, then it's like, then we're just like arguing.
Right.
You know what? I forgot. Like I have a couple. I got the boss and Rock are in the chat. Chat. We need a weapon for Big Jim. Right now, all he has is a mystic knife that does 1d4 points of damage. You need a better weapon. Chat is going to provide that weapon for you, and we'll get it either this level or the next. We'll see. But first up, you do need to roll initiative against Iker. Right now,
sorry, Iker.
Let's see, your stats are, you got a strength +1, agility +1, personality +2. I'm not going to argue with that. Intelligence +1. Your AC is only 10. You're kind of naked and afraid, but you do have 12 hit points to start. And you do have 10 luck points that you can spend on any rolls, 1 for 1. Iker, the Dragonborn skeleton. Iker, do you want to attack? Or are you going to... Oh, first we have to roll initiative. 3.
Yeah, my dice are holding true.
Okay. All right. Do you have an initiative bonus? You do not?
That actually is a 4. Excuse me. For agility's +2.
Well, Iker, I'll be rolling for Iker tonight because of skeletal bone fingers. Sunamahara, 18 months. My man.
Sipping on Suni.
Sipping on Suni. 18 months of sipping on Suni. Okay, listen. I rolling for Iker. Iker has crit. And so that is a 20. So Iker will be going first. Iker, do you want to attack with your claws and bite, or do you want to use your special?
I think I'm going to use my special attack.
And what is it?
It's a dead man's party.
Dead Man's Party.
I love that song. Boingo boingo.
What do you play? Does the music just emanate from you, or do you play something?
It just emanates
From
unearthly music.
You just start dancing.
Bone xylophone sounds.
Ooh,
Xylobone.
nice. As Icar begins moving and you realize they begin dancing and the clacking of the bones. It's irresistible. We need you to make a personality check, sir.
Oof. Okay. And that was a 1 on that, yes. A 19.
Ooh, a 19. You do not get sucked up into the dance. No, too practical. The global implementation manager doesn't dance, okay? We don't dance. All right, it is your go there, Jim.
Well, got my global implementation letter opener, aka Mystic Knife.
Ooh.
I guess I'll be going with that.
Yes, that's all you've got right now. Chat is working on it.
Gotta make sure I get the right.
You get to add your
bonuses.
strength. Yep.
A 6.
Ooh, 6 isn't gonna do it. 6 isn't gonna do it.
It's those dance moves. The dance moves are just. I can't match that rhythm.
I'm too funky.
You're doing great, Icar. All right, you want to go in for a claw rake?
Yeah. Boy.
Let's do it. Icar gets +1 to hit. Now, anybody who slays Big Jim Slade on his way to level 10 gets 500 gold. But it's not going to be happening with rolls like 5s and 6s. Right on, Sony. All right, it's your turn, Big Jim.
Oh. As much as I appreciate the performance, gotta do some more stabbing. Nothing personal.
12 hits, Icar.
Ha!
You could do 1d4 points of damage +1. So, remember when what iconic creature do you, or what's the most memorable D&D monster or monster you played that you remember from back when you used to play when you were younger?
Memorable monster.
4 points of damage to Icar, by the way. Yes. Okay.
So there was the very first time in D&D where we encountered a beholder, and I lasted a grand total of 2 rounds.
Nice.
Before I got turned to stone. But it was a lot of fun with getting there, and all of a sudden, beholder. And the other one was more recent. With DM Liam in our Pyro Club game, had the skeletal lich dragon in a library that we ended up killing with a 3rd place soccer trophy. With all that, it was great, and one of the things I've learned so much from Liam. It's been amazing. Yeah, sorry, Icar. You reminded me of that fight.
Remember when they actually made the action figure D&D monsters? I had Hooked Horror and the Chimera and all those back in the 80s. Oh, that was fantastic. Those are the things I remember. I never got to face. That was before I got to play. I was just all I could do was read the books and play with the figures. Icar, did you want to try your special again, or do you want to bite?
Let's dance.
Let's dance. Big Jim, we need another personality check as Icar turns up the heat. Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
A 16.
Oh, but you're just not getting through these global imp managers, man. Just no humor, nothing. They're just stone.
All business.
All
I'm a mullet, but there's no party in the back. It's just business.
It's your go there, Big Jim.
Yep. It's going to be...
Try your best. Get more.
Thought this would be easier than switching. Wow.
Ooh, do I gotta pull out the fumble table? Speaking of tables.
I'm glad I was able to have that nice callback. This callback brought to you by my crappy dice.
Hashtag
My crappy
topical.
dice. My crappy dice. Since 1983.
Brought to you by. So that's the little secret. That stuff that's lasted for so long too is the crappy dice rolls.
Oh yeah, that's always been a thing.
Give me a D4 roll, please, and we're gonna check the fumble chart. The dungeon is powered by Dungeon Crawl Classics, which has a fumble table. 4.
That one I got a 4 on.
Oh shit! Your weapon is damaged. Your weapon is damaged. You're gonna have to be using your fists. You're gonna have to use your fists until you get a weapon.
Yeah, well.
How's chat doing with that weapon? You could really use it now.
Boy, it'd be awesome to have a weapon, chat.
But lucky for you, you got a +1 to strength, so you'll do 1 point of damage for every hit.
It's gonna be awesome.
Well, you got a good hit in, so it's only gonna take a couple hits to take out. Sure. Yeah, but that said,
tickle finger.
Ichor still gets to come in for the kill. Where'd you go, Ichor? Oh, see, that's not gonna work, Rock.
No.
No. Can you guys just tell me in chat?
Sure.
Okay. Delivery Goblin. That was the Delivery Goblin. It messes up by OBS though. Our wizardry, our sorcery, our ritual. Yes. I'm sorry. Ichor, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna go for a bite.
Bite. Ichor lunges forward with their bony fangs. And we will roll. +1. Jeez. All right, we're level 1ing rolls here. All right, your turn there, Big Jim.
All right.
I think you've got a weapon coming though.
The punch, an 11.
The punch, it hits. As he lunges forward, you punch him in the jaws. All right, Ichor, you take 1 point of damage.
Even with my strength bonus?
Well, it's always just okay. Wait, yeah, no, you know what? You're right. It should be 2. You're right. It's 1 point of damage plus your strength bonus.
I'll try to take away a DM's bonus point.
All right, Dungeon Master, you wanna tell us how you lay this Dragonborn skeleton out?
I appreciate the dancing. Didn't appreciate the bite. So I'm just gonna write you up. And I take out a Post-it note, write it up, and slam it right on the middle of the bony head.
Ooh, nice. All business right to the end.
Mm-hmm.
Ichor, thank you so much for trying to take on the Dungeon Master. As a prize, Dungeon Master, chat has awarded you a magical sentient weapon.
Oh,
it's a tickle finger.
Ooh, a tickle finger.
Its personality is sentient. Its personality is Chuck Norris. And its damage type is flaming sausage. I don't know what that means, but gonna make it work.
Flaming sausage damage.
Tickle,
okay.
Yep. Tickle fingers. It's gonna do 1d6 points of damage.
Sure.
Well, it's gonna do 1d6 plus 2 flaming sausages.
That's
so 1d6 plus 2. All right, we're gonna go to the waiting room. Thank you so much, Ichor. Let's do this. Yeah, and we're gonna move to here. Okay.
That was less than a minute. Awesome.
Yes.
I didn't even get to do my SpongeBob.
1 minute later. Okay, chat, we're going to turn on loot bombs. All right, loot bombs are a way for you to provide the Dungeon Master with armor. You're going to drop loot bombs. I'm going to turn them on right now. In the channel actions, you also be able to do !! loot bomb to get to use your gold to do them. Basically, what's going to happen is come up with a random piece of equipment. Once we have like 3 or 4, we're going to make a poll, and you guys get to vote on which one gets delivered to Dungeon Master.
Man, I got so much gold too. Nice.
Meanwhile, we are going to, let's see here.
Oof.
We are going to
Suni.
move. Thank you very much, Sunamahara. Oh, yeah. Did I forget to tell you guys that there's scoring here, and the more bits you drop for Dungeon Master Big Jim Slade, the more points he gets? Did I say that? I don't think I said that.
You did not mention that.
All right. Let's see. Let me go. I'll be right back. All right, everybody. We're moving on to Warrens. Moving on. I smell pickles. Is Gank here? Oh, there you are. Ooh, okay. Oh, my. No. Those aren't pickles. That stings. Well, that's what you get, man. But don't worry. You have 9 more. Let's get Gank up here. Come here, Gank. Do. All right. We are going. No. We're not going there.
1 minute later.
No.
Oh, why am I not? There I am. Hi, welcome to level 2. Level 2 of the dungeon is, we call it the Warrens. It's where all our goblin and orc friends live.
I thought I smelled that. It's very briny.
I want to introduce you to Gank Picklespit. Hello, Gank.
Hi. Why are you in my room? Get out!
Wait, didn't they
I'm
tell
having
you?
dinner.
Didn't they tell you you're fighting a dungeon master today? He's in the dungeon. No,
What's up,
no
Gank?
one told you that.
Go away.
You remind me of somebody.
Really?
Yeah. It was a long time ago, though.
No.
Okay.
Good for you, I guess.
All right, Dungeon Master. So, I liken players a lot to goblins. They're it's not quite like herding cats, but like your example of a story in the beginning there with wanting to cross the bridge in a different way. That's our players, and goblins always got to do things their way, and it's really not worth fighting over. You've had a lot of players over there, and you've been a player over the years too a lot. What kind of advice would you give to players of RPGs? If we're talking to new people that are coming in, that are their base of start is they've got a couple years in, where we've got almost 30 or more. So what would you tell new players?
You asking this guy for advice? Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, worse choices have been made. Honestly, the rule I'd bring to everybody, I just had a table with 6 brand new players and a veteran.
Okay.
And it was interesting. And the rule was this big stack of books sitting on the table next to me. Ignore them. Don't worry about them. You only have to worry about 3 pages maybe, and just run with the game, have fun with the game, get into the story. Don't worry about all of this stuff that's super daunting, because it is.
Yeah.
And just focus on who you want to be. Do you want to be the Legolas? Do you want to be the Gimli? Do you want to be that type of person? And if it's not D&D, the same thing applies. Are you playing one of the apocalypse games, like Monster of the Week, or you want to be this part of the Scooby Gang? Think of that and just go with that. The rules, you'll pick them up. That's what the Dungeon Master and other players are for. And just look at that part of it. Look at the fun part of it there, as opposed to being worried about the giant stack of hardcover books that is sitting on the table next to me.
That's really good advice, because that's the first thing that I've found with new players is they are super intimidated by whatever rule set. Right. They approach it because we're we live in an age with all the video game stuff. You got to kind of learn to play a video game. You can't just you can't do what you just said with a video game.
Right.
You have to learn the system before you can be good at it. So anybody, right away, you're like, I want to be good at something, but I don't know how to play it. So I'm not quite sure. But the thing is, we've all played make believe. Sorry, go ahead.
No. That's basically what I was going to say. Is all you're doing is you're carrying forward games you played as a kid, or some of my favorite new players are theater people, former drama club kids, things like that. My wife was one of the new players in that table recently. Had never played the games before. Went to try and play a wizard. And I'm like, okay. Biting off a lot right off the bat for complication player. But that was it. It's just sort of roll with it. Be this person. Be that person. Don't worry about that. You can ask, what is my frostbolt? What is that? Things like that.
Be a one-trick pony for a while. Figure out cool ways to use frostbolt everywhere. That could actually be really fun. And then move on to a new spell. Or, just a cantrip. Just play cantrip for a long time. Come up with cool ways to use it.
And figure out who that personality is, because that's a big part of the game, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and if not, you've got a table for it. You need a personality?
I do. I actually do. I do have a table for new players.
And that's where Gank Pickle Spit comes into. Want to beat a personality into him?
I would happily.
His style, whack. His personality, whack. His dungeon moves, whack.
Do you like sausages, Gank? Do you like hot sausages?
Oh.
Are they pickled?
Not yet.
They're flaming.
Why?
Because
who doesn't like flaming pickles?
You brine the food. You don't cook it.
Look
what is wrong with you?
Look at these sausages.
You definitely need a pickle.
I mean,
I'll give you a pickle.
All right, so gentlemen, let's roll initiative. Gank Pickle Spit coming in, no initiative bonus.
Aha.
Big Jim carrying on his low rolls.
Yeah.
Looks like Gank Pickle Spit's going first.
That's cool. That's fine.
I told you interrupted my dinner. Shoves a pickle in his mouth, sausages. Starts to chew on it a little bit, and then spits the whole wad right at the Dungeon Master.
Pickle Spit. It's a special move.
Pickle Spit.
+4 to attack.
Man, I wish that was the first time anyone had ever done that.
Does the Dungeon Master have any armor yet, chat? Is there enough loot bombs for maybe a pole? At least 3. Because all Asmo needs, or Pickle Spit needs, is a 10, and they achieve that. The 1d3 points of damage, Gank, and then you get a bonus of +4 to rolling for fresh pickle on your next turn. 1 point of damage, Big Jim.
Okay, I got.
Give you a pickle, now I'm gonna get a pickle.
Well, thank you.
Give and get.
Thank you for the pickle. Please, are you
fresh pickle?
Are you ticklish?
What? You keep those sausages over there.
No. Nope. And here it comes. Boom!
Ooh, that's a crit.
Quick tickle finger.
That's a
enjoy my flaming sausages.
That's disgusting.
I just crit the goblin with the pickles.
Wait. No, I don't think you did. I don't think you actually rolled. I think you just put a 20 in there.
Oh, did I? Nice. You're right. Sorry. You're right, I did.
Dungeon Master doesn't know how to roll dice.
Dungeon Master typing.
Decides what.
All right, an 11.
You've
never fudged a roll as a Dungeon Master? Come on.
Not where everyone can see it.
That's fair.
Okay, now remember, you are, Gank Pickle Plate has an AC of 12. You are 1 behind. You do have luck.
I will use a luck point on Gank.
Okay.
Because I feel he deserves it.
All right. So you have managed to hit. You're lucky enough to have hit Gink. Hey, Father Jay. Hey, Geltip.
For 7 points of sausage damage.
7 points of damage? Gank Pickle Spit, you're dead.
Take my 7 points of sausage.
No! Tell him how you deliver the sausage.
I wipe the pickle spit off of my face and go in and tickle so hard one of the sausages gets caught in his throat and he takes and dies.
You got any final words you want to say, Gank Pickle Spit?
You're supposed to brine the food.
That's fair.
Whew. That's fair. Fair.
Kathy, with the tickle finger. Just get in there and tickle and you choke. You can't help it. That's how it rolls. All right.
Did you guys figure out a piece of armor for Big Jim? You guys figure that out. We're gonna move to the. Thank you so much, Gank, for the fake fight.
And so much fun. Let's do it again.
I hope I can give you more sausage another time.
I'm sure you'd like that.
And we're gonna leave it on that. You should quote that one.
Hey, chat. This is why my chat is a bad thing to have to contribute to your stream.
All right, we'll be right back.
One sausage later.
Whew, all right, now we're going to be moving on. Keep on moving to level 3, the run. But first I want to see if chat has gotten you the only armor you got. Okay, so you have a leather chest piece of thick. That's with 2 C's, which gives you +1 stamina and an AC of 2. So let's go ahead and make that update. You are now rocking an AC of 12. Yep. And the view. And we take you and move you over here. All right. Awesome. And if you would just excuse me just for a second.
I got a little bottle of Suni here.
Okay, people, the Warrens are a wrap. Watch out for Gank. Don't lose any more or toes. Okay. Baffle Meat. Did you get Alouette? You did. And you still have your face. Good. All right, we're going to move the run. Let's get Alouette in here. Boop-a-doop-a-doop.
Oh.
Alouette. Oh. Hello. Welcome. Rar. Welcome to level 3. Yes. Welcome to level 3 of the dungeon. The level 3 of the dungeon we call the run, or sometimes the kennels, although they don't really like that one. This is where all our werefolk live. Every kind of werefolk has found its home here in the run.
Where?
The run.
Oh, werefolk.
The run. Werefolk, yeah.
Werefolk.
And they're also on first. Yes.
I'll never pass up a Mel Brooks joke ever.
No, never. You shouldn't. So, this is the level of skinwalkers. This is the level of transformation, of changing from one thing to another. A dungeon master has to do that, just like a player. Players do, but players do one time for their character, during the course of a game. Whereas the dungeon master is playing NPCs. And depending on their style, first off, I want to ask you what your style is and of approaching to NPCs, but then also mainly what your process is for developing NPCs. Is it table based? Is it do you think of them beforehand? How do you treat NPCs?
So there's always going to be key NPCs when you're setting things up.
Yeah.
you know that they'll end up in a tavern. You know they'll have this person, or you might have a story point hinging on this NPC.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. For those, I actually put thought into it, and the first thing I do is figure out what the role of that NPC is. And then, actually, I base them off of people that I have met in life. I have a innkeeper that is like my first boss when I was 15 years old working at Burger King.
Yeah.
This crotchety, bitter person who just was tired of his lot in life, but actually liked working with his crew. That type of thing. I'll work that out. The rest of it, yes, actually, I do have tables, and thanks to modern technology, you can actually set those tables in and kind of randomize them. I have one that I've been using myself, but actually our friend DM Thaco gave me a sheet that you push a button and it comes up with a bunch of named NPCs for those moments when you have to suddenly improvise one. You didn't think they were going to go to a fireworks vendor, so you have to do that.
Oh.
That sort of thing. So I'll come up with those, and that's what this is. My notebook is so full of the various NPCs people have encountered, because I have to go back, because they will look for them again.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point. So did Thaco give you was a link?
No, it's a Google Doc.
Oh, really?
And it's a nice Google spreadsheet.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
Click a button. Yeah, he's happy. He hands it around. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
All right.
It's wonderful.
Alouette, you ready to try your hand or claws at taking out Big Jim?
Yeah, but I think first I'm gonna go full fox.
Oh, well, don't you? Oh. So you're going to spend your first... Well, actually, we've got to roll initiative. Let's roll initiative.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's important.
I think I
okay.
did it.
Don't worry, you're still going to go first. That's not going to be a problem.
Let's see. Alouette gets +1 to it and it rolls.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I rolled a 10.
Big Jim rolled a 16. It's kind of hard to see in this background, but he rolled a 16.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're faster.
So, how do you feel about sausages? And
I really like sausage.
Fantastic. You know what? I also, I really love animals, and I always want to just come in and just give them a little scritch behind the ear. Except I'm going to be doing so with my tickle finger.
Oh. What does the Chuck Norris voice inside the tickle finger tell you?
That I really should just be punching, but
punch with the finger.
I'm resisting. And just giving a scritch behind the ear. For 18.
18 hits.
Ooh.
Looks like you got yourself some leather gloves of thick too. Ooh, +2.
I am thick all around.
Thank you very much, Legion. We will award you them if you make it through this level.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right, you're still alive, Alouette.
But you do have this tasty flaming sausage that you can enjoy as it smacks against your face as I tickle your ear.
Okay. Can't say I've never been there before.
Haven't we all?
All right, now am I trying to smack him back?
Yes, but you're gonna go full. Well, you are full fox now. You're
I am
half
full
hit
fox
points.
now.
Yep. Yeah, you're full fox. Your AC is now 15, and your bite is 1d6.
Okay, well now my fox teeth are fully formed, so.
Okay.
There we go.
You're rolling pretty good on damage there, Big Jim.
I don't think that.
Yeah, I'm not going to complain about that particular one.
No.
Ooh. Well.
I see you've enjoyed the sausage and would like more.
Okay, well, let's see. We'll roll you. You are just You're only one.
Am I rolling a d6 or something? Or?
Let's do it. D6. Yeah, you're gonna roll a D6.
Owie.
D6 on the crit table is a 3. Foe steps into attack. Inflict plus 1d6 in damage.
Ooh,
so roll 2d6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh.
This could be bad.
This could be
for our hero.
This could be bad. Chat, by the way, there is a channel action for Change Me during the holy crime. Criminy? Do we have a first death? The first death of Big Jim. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Get bored, actually.
Again, that's not the first time either.
We have our first death, ladies and gentlemen. Why do I not have something for that? I should have something for that.
Wilhelm scream going.
Yeah. The one from Viva La Dungeon I should have. There is a new zombie in the dungeon, but that's okay. I'm bringing you back. The Lich is the master of the undead, so or unliving. So I'm bringing it back to life. Actually, a master of life too. I'm just master of everything.
Zombie now?
No. No, but you do get 500 gold. Nice. I'll give you that right now.
Oh, Kathy.
Sorry, he's dead, Jim.
Thank you for the combination Star Trek and it's not Zap. I forget who did that.
Let's see. Did we? I don't know if we plumbed everything here. Let me tell you. Tell me if you can. If you a favorite NPC. Do you have a favorite? Do you have one that comes back across campaigns even?
I do. Actually, I do have an NPC that comes across campaigns who is if you've ever watched Avatar, the Avatar cartoon series, there's the Cabbage Salesman. It's very similar to the Cabbage Salesman. It is a hapless tinker that goes from village to village, and the party ends up encountering them, usually for a story point.
Okay.
But he's a little dwarf tinker who just is the worst. His dexterity, for a tinker, his dexterity is an 8. So that just leads you to understand. But I love playing him. He's a lot of fun. And I have a new favorite with the campaign I'm running now, who's a dumb half-orc fighter, but he's so much fun.
I have an NPC that's basically Conan, except he has a cyborg arm.
Oh.
That's it.
Man, Conan would be pretty sweet with a cyborg arm.
Oh, man, that would be cool.
That'd be cool canon to take Conan and drop him into a sci-fi setting. Like, it just happened.
Terminator.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like it just happened.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you very much, Alouette, for coming by and for killing him, I guess. Congratulations.
For the deep lighting.
I'm now devouring your corpse. Like
That's fair. That's fair. I don't blame you at all. It's a very, very tasty. There's a lot there, though. You might want to save some for later, like in some tinfoil or something.
He has told me they don't call him Big Jim for nothing.
They do not.
Oh. Okay.
Awesome. It looks like you're walking out of this level with some leather gloves of thick as well. Okay. Sounds like you're gonna need. It looks like you're gonna need them.
Yeah.
To be completely honest. Your Stam +1 should have put you at 12 hit points.
Wait, is he still alive?
I think he actually is still alive.
Oh, look at that!
Wow.
That leather. I thought I was dead.
So you
went chewing on leather.
You went to chew on him, and then he faked you out.
Okay.
Yeah. Plot twist, ladies and gentlemen. It hasn't happened yet. Big Jim, you get a roll.
Oh boy.
What are you gonna do while Alouette's chewing on your leg into leather?
Yeah. Did I get like a couple bites in though? Like.
Oh sure. Yeah. No, you get a good chunk. You know, I've been meaning to lose a little weight anyway, so I don't mind it as much. But I am kind of annoyed, so just call me the groomer with my tickle finger, and I'll just leave it there.
I'm being groomed?
Yes.
Sort of.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. So 19 hits, 5 points of damage. You have slain Alouette. Alouette, you are now dead. Because I already gave you, I'm not going to take away the 500 gold. You get the 500 gold.
Yeah, no, you earned it. It's fine.
You earned it. What's your finishing? So Alouette comes up, starts thinking you're dead, starts gnawing on your the leather of your body, and you just tickle him from behind, where just I don't know where to tickle.
Yeah, basically I can't do anything else.
Surprise tickle.
And surprise tickle, and the sausage just isn't supposed to. That's the wrong way. But you know what? It's flaming hot. It's flaming hot, and that hurts like hell.
Nice.
Oh, Alouette, you erupt in flames. It doesn't tickle. Sorry. Thank you very much. Chat, you didn't get the death that we wanted, or you wanted, but you you're getting, let's see, leather gloves. So your AC is going to be 14 now.
Sure.
And instead of leveling you up, what we do is you're just going to regain your hit points between level. So now it's that was a leather gloves of thick, so it means you have +2 stam, which means you are now at 14 hit points as you move on to the next level of the dungeon. Thank you very much, Alouette. And we will. Good fight. Good fight. All right, we'll be right.
Bye-bye.
One painful sausage later.
Okay, we got the that and that. Logic. Stupid logic. Okay. What are we doing? I'm going to move on. We're going to get in. I'll be right back as we move to the next level. Oh, it's a good one, too.
And a surprise to no one, Sidwi and Kathy Wapple are on the same brain wavelength, and it's exactly as awful as I would have hoped. That's why I love them.
All right. We're out, people. The weave is next. Let's get going. Gratchet, you're a sweetheart. Don't worry. No one needs to go find the next guest. They're everywhere. In all places. At all times. Yeah, it's scary. It's best just not to think about it. Let's get the quantum spooter in here. Yep. The quantum spooter. You heard it.
Oh, man. Hold on. I got to look that up on Urban Dictionary. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord.
4.
How is that even possible?
It's the spiders are quantum.
Oh,
did you not know that? There is always a spider within 6 feet of you because they're quantum. They work on a quantum level.
I totally misunderstood and looked it up on Urban Dictionary instead. So that's on me. Also, a quantum spooter. A quantum spooter. You don't want to know what it actually they call it. But anyway, please continue.
Welcome to level 4, the Weave, predominantly the domain of the spider folk. Also, this is they are known for their weaving of their webs and their storytelling. Welcome, Quantum Spooter, by the way. Thank you very much for coming and attempting to kill Dungeon Master. Dungeon Master, you back up to your full HP. Okay, good. We are all set. Now, because of the weave and the creation of worlds, I'd like to know, and we would like to know, your approach as a Dungeon Master to storytelling. And you can also include playing, too, because, I mean, players are have just as much agency, even nowadays, to add to the stories.
Absolutely. So, if we're just talking sort of the overarching story of the world going on, the thing that I think of first is just both ends of the line. There's a beginning, there's an end. Like I have the wizard who is trying to overthrow the king and turn himself into a lich.
Oh yeah.
So you've got that. That's your story goal as a dungeon master. But then come up with a lot of the other possibilities, because it's not going to be that way exactly.
Right.
But that's where you're going, because you're reacting as you go. You have your choose your own adventure book as you're going.
Yeah.
as the party does their things that change the story, influence the story. And there's two endings. The bad guy wins, the good guys win, or something in between.
Yeah.
But that's where I look at first. And then I start breaking it out is what is going to happen? How, if I'm this bad guy, how am I getting to that? How am I overthrowing the king?
Yeah.
And then I'm really trying to be careful about making sure that I'm in sync with what the characters are doing and what they have done.
Yeah.
And I think that probably takes the most time of anything I do is, okay, they did this. That means that, okay, that's going to happen. Well, that's not going to happen now. Well, they killed that guy. They shouldn't have, but he was going to help them.
Right.
Those types of things. And work that out. But
right.
It's always an ongoing process. I was watching an interview with a DM who's like, I just write out the story from beginning to end and see how it goes. I'm like, I can't do that. I don't know how to actually do that. I let the story evolve.
Right. Where do you use any books to get your the meta story, or do you noodle it and be like, yes, there is a king. He's trying to become a lich, and this happens.
Actually, I'll be honest. One of the things I love to do if I'm trying to figure out the right kind of storyline is I'll go to TV Tropes.
Oh yeah.
The website, and there's you look at any of these stories, whether it's Tolkien, Robert Aspirin, any of the D&D authors, sci-fi authors, same thing. They're always falling back on archetypes. There's always these archetypes and tropes.
Yeah.
And I love pushing the random button on TV Tropes when I'm trying to think of side story ideas or something else. I'm hit a writer's block. I'll do that. And it's a fun way of doing that.
Interesting. TVTropes.com?
Yeah. .org maybe. I'm not sure, but it all resolves. And it's a wonderful database. You will get lost in there for weeks at a time.
Yeah.
But it has all of the different tropes and archetypes and things like that listed out, cross-referenced when, this happened in all of these movies or these books or etc. to these characters. And it's a great reference it's the best way I break my writer's block.
Oh, that's great. It's org. Thanks, Adam Generator.
.org. Yep.
Interesting. Nice. How do you feel about this quantum spooter?
I feel like fighting.
That's
fighting and biting.
He's in my web. He is messing everything up.
Quit talking. Less talking. More biting. Okay, let's get to it. Where is the
janitorial staff in here? I'm going to complain to facilities about this.
I don't know. We don't argue with the spiders. we don't mess with the spiders.
Leave my mess alone. It's my web. I need it.
I very rarely visit this level.
I need it.
Man, I'm just gonna. This is a mess in here. Oh God.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay. Well, you have won the initiative roll.
Yes. I'm going to kick some of my urticating hairs at him.
Urticating hair blast. That's a great move. Okay, you, Big Jim, you need to make an agility check or to dodge the flying, not really hairs, or spines. They come flying off of the quantum spooter.
Unnecessarily rude, but I'll roll a 16.
And you passed. Jeez.
Damn it.
Pretty nimble for being Big Jim. like every Stephen King character, big but moves fast for his size. Okay, well it's your go there.
Yep. This time, I feel like it's not really a tickle. I'm a little annoyed at that because that seemed pretty rude and there was a lot of hair and it seems kind of messy. So I'm going to waggle my tickle finger at you and a bunch of sausages are probably just going to fly off as I waggle it at you.
That's weird.
It is.
I gotta tell you,
that's what happens.
I'm going to give you the side eye.
Which one?
10.
All 8 of them? Side eye?
Oh yeah, all of them just like
Oh god, that seems like it'd be really creepy. How about spite eye you? Well, you need to hit a 13 in order to hit.
It looks like the sausages go over and just sort of miss where they're going, I guess, because I'm just waggling at you and.
They're catching the web, though.
Are these sausages edible?
Oh, of course they are. They're flaming.
Because I can totally eat a sausage while I kick more urticating hairs at you.
Ooh.
You could.
Interesting. Okay, Spooter, it is your turn.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna kick more hairs, because...
You're gonna do it again? Oh yeah. Agility check.
An 11.
You need a 14.
Ow!
Okay, you've become
pointy.
Blinded by the spines, wrapped up in the weave. Okay, you're going to take -3 to all combat rolls for the rest of the combat because you're blinded by the spines. Okay.
Seems fair.
Okay, seems fair. Okay, well, it's your go though. Wave the sausages, the flaming sausages, blindly.
I will dramatically point my finger.
Ooh, dramatically.
So that ends up being a net -1. No, -2.
-2. Yes. Oof.
A 0. A net 0.
Don't enjoy this too much, Spooter.
It's payback.
It's almost like the Spooter seems bitter by proxy for something.
It's payback for all the spiders he's squished.
Oh, how dare you?
How dare you squish my siblings?
They shouldn't build webs in my shower.
You know, I have a actual fear that one day I'm going to be put to reckoning for the spiders I've killed in my life. And I keep trying to tell myself it's a circle of life, man. They kill too. No, there is no tally, but there's still that fear. And one day I'm going to be standing before the spider god. And they're like, I'm going to bite you for every spider you've ever killed. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah. That sounds awful.
It sounds horrifying. It's a reckoning game.
But I sort of want to see that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
I've let a lot live, though. I have been. I'm a generous god. Okay. And I'm sorry. It's your go, Spooter.
Yes, I'm going to bite with my Venom Bite.
Ooh, Venom Strike. +4 to hit. 18. Yes. You have hit. You're gonna do 1d6 points of damage.
That's rude.
Shut up, Father J. Ooh, 5 points of damage, and you got to make a stamina check because there's a lot of venom in that.
All right, so that's a +2 now. Yes? With the 2 bonuses from the armor.
Stamina check. Yep, exactly. You got +2 stam.
Another 2, giving me a total of 4.
You're going to take 3 more damage. You are at 6 health.
Rawr.
This is just rude.
Tell us the story of your player or your own player death or your favorite death of a player.
I wasn't the DM for this. However, we were fighting a BBEG.
Big bad evil guy, for those who don't know.
Yep. And who was on the plane of fire.
Okay.
And not only did our barbarian take a brutal shot from a souped-up powerful firebolt, there was also an effect that not only did it incinerate his body, but also his soul, creating an insta-kill.
Nice. No save?
And because it was my character's friend, no, if it caused you to hit 0 health, it's just done. You're incinerated.
Yeah.
So that led us to kill the BBEG in very dramatic, angry, you killed my friend fashion.
Sure. How dare ye? Right.
Yeah. So the whole scene, it was a whole scene, but it was very well played out.
Nice.
The other one was when I killed our powerful fighter person in our Monster of the Week campaign. That was a lot of fun too.
Oh, okay. Oh, killing somebody in Monster of the Week.
Got something for you, Slade.
Well, I think it's your go, Slade, to roll.
It is. A 16 of sausages.
A 16 hits.
Oh, good.
Will he continue to roll damage as well as he has been? We shall see. 5 points of damage. The Quantum Spooter is still alive.
Smacking into your legs.
You were pelted with flaming sausages. You skitter back up the web.
Even though they're delicious.
You skitter back up the web. What do you want to do?
Oh, I'm biting him again.
Oh, okay.
Dude!
I didn't take you for that kind of... what?
At 14, which is my AC.
Yes, it is.
14 is your AC. Wait, what are we doing? We just a regular... Oh, no. Venom Strike again?
Yes, it was a Venom Strike.
Okay. Yes. All right. That's 1d6 damage.
That was terrible.
Owie.
Well, that depends on perspective, I suppose.
It's true.
All right. Stamina check. Big Jim. Ooh.
A 7.
Take 3 more damage. Is the Quantum Spooter going to take you out? You have 2 hit points. Gotta make
Still
this
better than the fox. -2, not +2. A 13.
The global implementation manager, blinded by the spines, flails wildly with the flaming sausages, but 13 does hit,
Yeah.
pelting the giant spider with said sausages.
Oops, wrong number here. Hold on. That is correct. Yep. For 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage.
Aww.
You have slain the Quantum Spooter.
Suddenly, 8 of them come out, and all of them poke you in all of the eyes, and you take flaming hot sausages right in the eyes. You scream, not in the eyes, but I still hit you in the eyes.
What does a spider scream sound like, Slade? No,
Like
and then flip over and all the legs curl up.
Yeah. Well, I'm not doing that. I'm not playing that out. That's your job, spider character.
All right, fine.
Thank you so much, Quantum Spooter, for coming and attempting to take out the DM.
So close.
So close.
I'll get you next time.
Put spikes in my eyes.
All right, we're going to go to the... Not there. Back to waiting. Someone hit the change me button, so I changed my filter. Okay, so we are heading on to level 5. Note to chat and to Dredge and Rock. We are the level 5 is the dream, and that's where the spores come out. And chat, you're going to get a chance to. What's that?
Oh, I was just curious if, I wanted to check out the spider to see if they dropped anything cool for me.
Padded boots of ninja, +1 to agility, AC +1, so you're now at a 15 AC.
15 AC.
Thank you very much, Legion. Let's get to aid your agility +2.
It's a ninja.
You'll never get away with it. Oh wait, I'll always get no. You'll never stop me. Okay. All right, let me see. So the chat is going to be able to make a spore consumable for you. They'll be doing that in a minute. With the things you might get at this level, we might not. I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Shrooms.
Yes.
Shrooms, you say?
Shrooms. Okay. This is me going here.
It's almost like I dress for the occasion.
Wrap on the weave, folks. Heading to the dream. Everyone got their spore helmets on? That's a toaster, Charles. Okay, visors down, oxygen on. Let's go. Let's bring in the shroom. Shroom. Oh, hey.
Oh.
No.
Dude, this is such a trippy thing.
Ah, where's the button?
Not the first time I've heard that either.
What are you doing in my swamp?
Good question.
I'm looking to implement some global stuff in here.
Ugh,
This actually would be a cool spa, I think.
no!
Maybe a break room spa. Yeah, I think that'll be good because we're trying to attract more talent, millennials, and they like that sort of.
Excuse me. Am I do have talent.
I mean, show me.
Ooh.
Indeed.
Welcome to Level 5, also known as the Dream, where all of our mushroom and swamp folk live. I.e. our mushroom person here to teach you a lesson on Level 5. The Dream is where we all live and breathe the stories. Less about living them, breathing them, more about living them. I'm curious, so you've been playing for a long time, as long as I have. Do you have a favorite genre? And tell us something interesting, like the best example of a good scene or idea from that genre that you've played or been part of, planned.
Sure. I generally have stuck with fantasy and sci-fi growing up. My father was huge into hardcore science fiction, and those books were always around. And then after I started playing D&D, I started getting into fantasy. And actually, when I was a kid, a friend of mine lent me his David Eddings books.
Oh, yeah.
I had read The Hobbit and things like that, but then the David Eddings books got into more of the tropey fantasy stuff.
Yeah.
And it isn't necessarily a scene, but more of a theme that comes up a lot is the...
I'm a big Silk fan. Prince Keldar for the win.
Oh, dude. Keldar was the model for my first rogue. Absolutely,
Yeah.
100%. And KH became a character naming convention for me for most of my teenage years. But the whole... Everything looks bleak, everything's really awful, and then the one thing that just happens just the right way is what brings snatching the defeat from the jaws of victory, or victory from the jaws of defeat. It's just the little hinge turns that do that, and it's I love that in scenes, and when you're feeling it motivates you. If I'm a player or even as a DM, when the fight isn't going your way. Hold on, this is
getting slobbery over there.
No, get out of here!
I didn't know spores were slimy. God, it actually comes. It kind of motivates because that's what you want it to end up being.
Yeah,
either a player or something. So that's the kind of thing that I love. I love it when that happens.
So you're less genre, more like what happens in the stories.
Yeah,
like the story tropes.
And I know we're going to talk about this later, but also I lump superhero comic books into that kind of fantasy as well. Because that's very much the same idea, the same themes, and the same kinds of stories, the hero's journey, etc., etc. So that's kind of where I draw a lot of my inspiration from, are those kinds of stories for characters and story hooks. And as I'm narrating a scene, even, I'll fall back onto some of those styles.
Okay, all right. Sporadica.
Yes, darling.
Yes. Would you like to take a go at the Big Jim there?
Did my hit points reset at this one too?
Oh, yes, they did. Sorry.
Cool.
They have indeed. You were at 14. Are you ready to fight, I guess is what I'm asking, Sporadica?
Yes, He's bothering me. He just showed up out of nowhere. Like, gosh.
Get out of my swamp.
Just get out of you.
Is this mud therapeutic? I think that's important. I mean, I know that's going to be one of the things they're going to ask.
For us, for the mushroom folk, it is not you.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
Roll initiative.
Oh my god. The /R or /roll?
It's exclamation point R.
Okay.
I'm going to stay this way until somebody changes me back to something else.
I thought somebody did change me.
Sporadica has crit initiative.
Yeah, Legion threw a change me a couple minutes ago.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
You like to go clubbing?
I do. What's up, bitch?
What's up?
Bitch. What's up, bitch?
How you doing, bitch?
I'm alright. I got a little neck thing, too. Oh. Joker.
I liked it. Looks amazing on you.
Joker.
Thank you.
It hardly even matter.
You gotta put him down. Put him down.
Oh. Okay.
That one goes over big at the all hands meetings.
Just
well, you get to go first. Sporadica, do you want to do one of your special moves, or you just want to hit him with a club, or whatever your weapon is?
I would very much like to hit him with a club. He just bothers me to no
Mushroom
end.
clubbing, yes. That's you get a +8 to hit that with that.
It seems
might be over. It might be might be a little OP. We'll see. Ooh, not rolling like that. It's not.
Oh,
no.
It's not working.
Oh, you know what else goes over really well is, you must not be a fun guy.
Oh. Maybe for you.
Maybe we shouldn't take him clubbing. Maybe that's just something we do. Going to club. Going to the club. Right?
Yeah. He is so not invited.
No, you're not invited to the club.
That's fair. I don't normally get invited to clubs anyway.
Well, you get to go now.
Apparently, but...
Mr. Global Implementation Manager.
Yeah, yep. I'm just going to sort of flick the mushroom head with my tickle finger. For a 16.
16 hits.
With a whole bunch of sausages coming out, too.
Oh! How dare you!
For 5 points, including some of the sausages are still on fire. Got a little too close to the barbecue, I guess.
Oh! You have some
5 points
nerve.
of damage. Yeah, really. Really.
Rude. Okay, so rude.
Question. So is it safe to assume that the genre you've played the most is fantasy?
Playing, yes.
I'm sorry, lumping it all together, like lumping playing and DMing together.
Generally speaking, I've been trying to do a lot more of other, like the very first games we played were, like I said, D&D, Redbox, way back in the day. We also played Traveler at that point too.
Oh yeah.
And a friend of mine tried to homebrew a Star Wars game based off of D&D that just didn't work out well. It was awful.
Ooh.
So I like to try and get more of those going. That's why I ran the Monster of the Week campaign for a little while. And when we do things like Kids on Bikes, some of those others, and I haven't played like Vampire the Masquerade and Call of Cthulhu, and I do want to try those. I've done the video game versions. I've watched them. I just haven't played them yet.
Yeah.
I'm in it. I like DMing probably more of the fantasy because it's where my brain is comfortable after all this time.
Sure.
But for the role playing, I want to try all sorts of things.
Yeah. Play. I got a chance to play Blades in the Dark for a while, and that was.
You want to try that?
That was really kind of fun. That was a lot of fun.
The flashback mechanic. I love that as a concept.
Yeah. You know, I first encountered that in a game called Inspectors. It's like it was made with the idea of being a Ghostbusters game, but they couldn't get the rights to it, so they just called it Inspectors and put it out. And that was they did a flashback thing, and they also had the flashback of The Office where you could flash and be like talk about that person or something like.
Right.
Yeah, he didn't have any idea what he was talking about. That kind of thing. That was fun.
Yeah.
Whose go is it? I think it's Mushroom. Yeah, you got hit for 5.
Yes.
Sporadica.
And you got all this mushroom.
Retaliate.
The mushroom's covered in all this sausage grease too.
It's so sticky and disgusting and gross, and I really need to take a mud bath. Okay?
Ugh.
It's just so rude.
The sausages are sticky.
Keep your sausages to yourself.
Oh, I wish he would have. Sometimes you just don't need to share.
Yeah. No consent, bro. No
I
consent.
mean, you did try to share your club with me. The least. Flick you
That's
with my
different,
finger.
okay?
Is it though? Is it?
Okay, well, we were. Yeah,
You're fighting.
Cloud of spores.
Cloud of spores. Sporadica lets out this out of her mouth, all coming right at you. You need to make an agility check.
Who knew that mushrooms had halitosis like that? That's pretty rude.
What's up, Dredgen?
Does a 21 save against this?
21 is
mushroom
gonna
fart?
do it, darling. You've dodged the spores. Did you do a little fancy roll like they do in the video games? You just a forward roll, rolled around it?
No, I just sort of like stepped aside and looked at it disparagingly.
Okay, all right.
Fully works.
That sounds divine. All right, well, it's now your turn.
Globally implement this right upside your head is what I'm going to do now.
I'm doing just
the same
fine
thing,
there,
just
Dredge.
the same thing. Just going to flick with my tickle finger.
Tickle.
Oh.
Tickle flip.
Oh, but it's a 7.
7's not going to get it. 7's not going
It's
to get
not.
it. Has his rolls left him? We shall see. Sporadica, it is now on you.
Well, since we are talking about sausages here, ugh, let's go clubbing again.
Clubbing. Plus
Sure.
8 to hit, darling. Ooh.
Ugh.
You need a 15. You need a 15.
Oh, I must have
DM.
not slept well last night.
I don't know why they don't take me clubbing. I've got these cool, fancy moves.
It is now
Only in
your
your
go.
head, darling.
I even do like the Cabbage Patch type awful dance move. All right.
Dirt. No, that was him. 20 hits.
Flick.
Oh,
20 hits.
oh, the audacity you have coming in here.
Oh, burns.
Oh,
It just glances off,
3.
but you do get 2 really flaming sausages stuck to you, and that burns a little bit.
Oh. Ew, 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 ew.
Well,
I get that a lot.
Sporadica is still alive. Ew.
Ah.
Wait, why are you getting +2? You only get +1 to your damage, I think.
You said 1d6 plus 2 fire damage was what you. I wrote it
+2
down
for
when you
fire
said it.
damage. You're absolutely right. You're actually getting +3 though. Well,
Okay.
if we wanted to be from here on out, if you want to be throwing them as a ranged weapon, you would be getting +2 from your agility as well. +4.
If that comes up, sure. I kind of like the flicking mechanic right now, though.
Okay. All right. All right, darling. It's Sporadica. It's your turn.
Ugh. Mm. Oh. You suck at clubbing, okay? I'm gonna have to teach you some things, and we'll do it one more time because you really suck at it. And that is, if you think that is going to get you anywhere here in the swamp, you have another thing coming.
Yeah, I'm not going to be down here too often. This is going to be the spa, and oh god!
Sporadica has critically hit the Global Implementation Manager. Please give me a 1d4 roll.
had a.
Thank you, thank you, darling. Yeah, 1d4 because you're rolling on the powerful strike hammers foe to his knees. Make another attack. So roll your 1d20 plus 8 again. So it hammers you. The mushroom club. Boom! Boom!
That's the wrong thing.
Boom! Ooh, look at that. They do the eyes underneath the glasses, too.
Ouch.
See, what do you have to say now, darling?
That is
Your clubbing sucks.
That's a 2d4 plus 2 damage. You're lucky. It's plus 8, but it doesn't do as much damage. 7 points of damage, though, puts you at a 7 points of damage. 7 hit points.
Seemed a little unnecessary.
Well,
oh god, do you know what it's going to take to get spores out of this shirt? This is a dry clean only.
Come on! Really? With these sausage things and the grease? It's only fair. You just pop in here like you own the place.
Yeah, don't pop in here like you own the place.
I kind of do, because we're taking this over from corporate, and I'm going to be implementing the hell out of this place.
Oh, I think not, darling.
That's what I do, man. I don't get in my way. I implement.
Maybe I should
globally.
Correctly. 17.
Yeah, you're the boss's ears are perking up there, global implementation manager. 17 hits Sporadica. Roll your damage.
It's like, no!
Hey, Maceo. No.
Points of flaming sausage damage.
Tell us either Sporadica tell us how you die, or Big Jim tell us how you kill it.
Please.
What?
Dead mushrooms first.
The what?
Dead mushroom first.
If you care. I mean, I have a way of killing you, but how do you die is fine.
You go right on ahead.
All right. So, take a bunch of the sausages. I go to flick, take the sausages in my hand instead, chop up the mushroom, saute it with the sausages, and put it on a cool roll with onions, and just eat it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
My God. See, you shouldn't let him go first. You should let him decide. Oh my gosh, I've never had such insulting behavior done to people of level 5. Whew.
That is
wow. These business guys, they're animals.
Savages.
You gotta be a cutthroat in the business world. That's how it is. Dog eat dog, and
does I don't think Toast would approve this.
I'm sorry, Lich. I interrupted you.
Oh no, you're fine. I was saying Toast probably would not approve of this. Or maybe
No.
Does Toast approve? Let me know, Toast. Okay.
I could make that mushroom and sausage sandwich with toast.
Your reward for this actually is, let me go back up. You have gotten it's delivered in by a little goblin. A spore, a suppository spore. In order to get the effect, you're gonna have to put it in your, and it's gonna give you. It's gonna give you +2 stamina, but you're gonna suffer some memory loss. Do you supposite the suppository?
Little known thing about global implementation managers is
he's got something.
He's gonna totally do that. He's got a thing. He's
always gotta have something stuck up his ass.
Yeah. Pushes the stick aside. Puts the
right, that's what I was thinking. That puts you at a 16 hit points. 16 hit points. Another level of the dungeon taken down by Dungeon Master Big Jim Slade. Thank you so much, Sporadica. Any questions for the Dungeon Master? What the fuck?
I hope you die.
Oh, that's not a question.
I love you too.
Well, thank you very much. We're going to move on to the... oh, wait, hold on. Move on. Where?
There's a funny aftertaste, too. I don't know.
Oh, that's the cloud, darling. Thank you.
Now, we are at the waiting room. We're about to be heading into level 6 of the dungeon. I think you got your spore. What, did I miss any? No, I hope there was no new equipment, because we'll get that next level. What is going on in the next level? The next level? Nope, nothing new. You can do loot bombs for the next level. Level 6 is the Great Caverns. Okay, and here we go. Hey, everybody. Good work. Teamwork made the dream work, people. Good jobs. Great Caverns are up next. Is Blossom ready? She did what? Oh. Oh, wow. Now that's a fart. Oh, my God. Spore helmets back on. Get Blossom. And we're at level 6 of the dungeon. Hello, everybody. Hello, Blossom.
Hello.
Level 6, the Great Caverns, where the trolls, ogres, and giants live, and the ogre Blossom is here to kill you.
Well, that seems very welcoming, I guess. But I'm just looking at the caverns. You know, this would be kind of a neat open office space type of thing. We'd have to totally repaint it, though. The paint in here
Stop
is
looking at my caverns, you pervert.
Hey, we're just gonna move on in.
Now, there was we all play on the shoulders of giants. Our Gegaxes, our people, our authors. You've talked a little bit about the books. You obviously get a lot of inspiration from different books and different places, TV tropes and stuff like that. Are there DMs or authors that you've been drawn to, maybe look up to, they've drawn a lot of inspiration from, or like, tell us more about the places you get inspiration.
So for DMs, I mean, there's an awful lot of folks. There's the obvious ones, the Colvilles, the Mercers, the folks like that are just I'm in awe at their abilities and their knowledge and that sort of thing. And there's a lot, honestly, even in this streaming community. I love watching Frank and Sidwee from Nightheart. And guys like Turk or Praetor's Rejects or some of those others, they have all of these different approaches and styles that are they make theirs, and I love that. Personally, my first career, actually, before I got into global implementation, was in broadcasting many years ago, filmmaking broadcasting.
Okay.
And thinking about this question, there's a couple of people that come right to mind, and the first one was John Carpenter.
Okay.
John Carpenter is just always has amazed me with the way he makes his movies and the way he tells his stories, both visually, musically in the case of Halloween, because he wrote that theme. And just all these little tiny things that really help shape the story, not just what you're saying, but how it's said and how it's presented.
Escape from New York is like one of the best story, cool. You know what I mean? Like always want to kind of recreate that. Yeah, you've got 12 hours to rescue the princess, and your head's gonna explode. It's like such a cool idea.
And you've got the Duke of New York, #1, and all of these things.
These cool characters and the setting.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And the one of the worst villains in movies doesn't say a word the entire time. He's in a crappy William Shatner mask, and he's terrifying. And it's like that. I also mentioned Eddings.
Is that William Shatner? Is that William Shatner? Is that the mask that Michael Myers wears? I never knew that.
They painted it with white spray paint.
No shit.
And it's a crappy William Shatner mask that somebody found in a thrift shop.
That's awesome.
It's great. And mechanic coveralls. But like I mentioned Eddings. Another one for me was Roger Zelazny. Growing up, I read the Nine Princes in Amber and the Amber books. And Anne McCaffrey with the Dragon Riders. But also, I got to give props to Chris Claremont, writer of a number of comic book series, including the X-Men in their heydays.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful character developer and storyteller. and creator of these arcs that dealt with people, actual people, and how they react to things. And it's just, I love diving into those types of approaches of characters and story and shaping the perception of the story.
Yeah. I think it's I personally, any advice I would give to a new DMs is to draw from everything that you dig, whether it's comic books, movies, a combination of all. Don't be afraid to freaking steal, because innovation is actually taking two things that have already existed and putting them together and creating something new. So steal that character or that person from the TV show and then take the plot from something else and put them together. The players are going to make something new out of it anyway. So you know what I mean? Like you just need the beginnings of it. Like you're saying in the beginning, you get the setting and get it kind of, here's the position, here's this, here's the situation, and here's the people involved, and let the players create the story that happens.
Yeah, and just let it happen that way, but make sure you understand that those are supposed to be people. And create them that way.
Right. Yeah. Big Trouble in Little China is great too, Maceo. Hell yeah.
Oh, God, yes.
I keep thinking about, when I'm thinking about it was Cronenberg. It was Cronenberg. Okay. A movie called Nightbreed, but Clive Barker.
Nightbreed is
and Cronenberg.
wonderful.
Yeah, Cronenberg plays the mass serial killer, and I thought it was Carpenter, but I knew it was one of the two.
Yeah, that's David Cronenberg.
Yeah.
And Clive Barker's another one who just...
I got to reread The Great and Secret
Wes
Show.
Craven.
Yeah.
The two of them also are not as much for me, but two names that come to mind when I think of really cool ways of presenting a terrifying story.
Yeah. Speaking of terrifying stories, do you want to take your shot?
Here, isn't there? Well, sorry, Ogre, but
you ready, Blossom?
Knock that wall down, and knock that Fargy.
I am ready. Before you get anything done, I'm gonna knock you down.
Ooh.
That seems aggressive, but fair.
This is my swamp. Oh wait, no, we're not in the swamp anymore. We're in the caves. All right, Ogre.
My initiative
Roll your
rolls
initiative.
still are awesome. Wait, why did it do a 6? So I outsmarted myself. I made paste macros. So a 14.
14? Ooh. The ogre just kind of looks at you and kind of does one of these things. Come on.
I mean, that seems
Bring
fair,
it.
but...
Do I really have to fight this tiny little thing?
So small.
And I think of...
And what's that smell? Garlic?
It is. And
Burnt garlic.
fennel. And
synergy.
I think of David and Goliath, and I think of that story trope. And this time I'm just gonna flick like a booger a bunch of sausages at this giant ogre that's towering over me.
I am gonna open my mouth.
Okay.
I don't think I need to say more.
No. I was going to. I was absolutely going to. Decided not to. Does a 22 cause my sausages to impact?
It sure does. It sure
that's gonna
does.
give me a big bite.
We have sausage impact.
Somebody is regretting some poor choices he has made tonight. God. Oh, I can't edit. That's right.
You get to add at least 1 + 1, so you get your strength modifier, so it's +3.
Okay. Well, no, because I flicked them as a range, like we were talking about.
Oh, then it's +2.
Yeah.
I mean +4. By that I mean +4. Oh no, it's fires. The damage is +2, so this is +2.
Yeah.
You've been doing it. All right, you got it.
+1.
6 doesn't
+2,
do it. It's
+1.
going to be +2. Oh, that was damage. You did hit. You're doing 4 points of damage. 6 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Blossom, you've underestimated the tiny little businessman. Time to smash.
It's fine.
Blossom
I
smash.
got this. We're gonna just take the big old paw and wham. If I can type, that would be cool.
Yeah, I'm having that same issue here.
Ogres and their fingers need bigger keyboards.
I've just got sausage grease all over my tickle finger. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I did the same thing you did.
You did. Congratulations.
I too could be a global implementation manager.
You could.
Wow.
You could. Ah. Wow. I fling my sausages at her, and
Ooh,
I get spanked.
18. What were you doing?
That was the knockdown slam.
Ooh, 1d6 damage, and Dungeon Master, you need to make a strength check.
Okay.
Oh, 1 point of damage.
Oh, blood! Damn it! Look what you've done to me, Blossom.
I've given you a paper cut. I don't even have paper.
Ooh, 7.
7 isn't
you
safe,
you need a 12. Or you're going to be prone and you miss your next action as you stand up. You just got slammed. Boom! Yes.
It hurt a little, but
I hear the chat screaming for blood. It's
I know what you're really looking for. You're looking for my pickled cabbage. You're not here to implement anything.
Pickled cabbage? Those don't. No, God, no.
You say that. You say that, but you don't mean it.
I absolutely 100% mean that. No. No, thank you. No, thank you. I will pass.
So now's the time I pick up my soup bone, whirl it over my head a couple times, and then smack him with it.
Ow! Getting boned.
Upside the head. Thwap. Upside the head. Thwap.
Hits me with his boner.
Upside the head.
Hits me with the boner. I get it. my game callbacks have come to haunt me.
Six. Plus. I can type. I can do this. Oh, plus 67. That's not what I wanted.
18 hits.
Ow.
18 hits.
Plus 12.
Doing
Rude.
1d8 points of damage.
Plus 12 on the boner. Well, okay, I guess.
Well,
Sure.
it's plus 6. 12 plus 6.
Oh,
It is
plus
level
6.
6.
I like that better. It was a better joke.
5 points of damage, and you hit him as he's struggling to get up. You get to swing again.
Yes.
10. He's down to 10 hit points.
Ooh. Oh God.
Ouch.
It smells like cabbage. Oh, yeah.
Good thing you got good insurance.
Oh yeah, it does. Oh yeah.
14. Oh, just one away. He just manages to move out of the way as your bone comes down.
I smell the cabbage coming.
You smell the cabbage coming.
Ugh.
Okay. So, Big Jim, she missed as you got up. It's your turn.
Oh yeah, that cabbage is coming.
I'm going to fling. I'm going to step back a little bit because I can't stand that smell of cabbage. I'm going to fling more sausages at her.
Yeah. That's how you fight cabbage, with sausage.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all boiled and everything, too. That's so rude. You got to flame broil them instead. Oh, God, but it was a 6 that it rolled.
Ooh, yeah. That ain't going to hit.
No.
Oh man, I get to grab that sausage. I can
It just
slice
lays
that
on the
up
floor.
and add it to my cabbage.
Yeah.
Mmm. Little sauerkraut and burst.
Oh, no. No, why do you spoil them so? Oh, it's like pickles on hot dogs. Oh, God. No, don't do that.
It's called relish.
I can't take this. I can't take this insult to my food. Don't lie to me.
Casserole pizzas.
Don't lie to me. I know you love it. I'm gonna slap this guy down again.
Slap him down. Sloppy. Oh, you're going to knock down slam? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Get down.
Mm-hmm.
And stay down. Nope. Nope.
Nope.
Push. I managed to miss you. I was just scaring you.
I mean, my eyes are watering from the stench of the cabbage now. Ugh, rude.
Mm.
What?
I like to see.
I'm going to round it out with, you know what? This time I'm going to run up and use the tickle finger on the back of her knee to try and get her to stumble. And the sausages
make
there.
up special moves. I like it.
On the back of my knee.
Well, that's about as high as I can reach. I'm assuming. You were towering over me.
I do tower.
If you
as
you scramble around, you fall or something. Need you to roll me a D4, please.
Oh, these stalagmites.
Actually, now D6 because you have a little bit of armor.
Roll the D6.
Yeah, D6 for the fumble table.
Got it. A 5.
Ooh, that's not the fumble table. That's crit table. 5.
No, you can use that table. Use that table. It's fine. Use that table. It's fine.
You trip and
Table's a
fall,
table.
wasting this action. You're not prone. You got to use an action to stand up. So you get another 2 swings or whatever it is you want to do. Blossom.
Oh, excellent.
Big Jim Slade has fallen down. Yes.
I'm going to swing my bone around again.
Gonna swing
and
my
play
bone
golf
around
with his
again.
head.
Gonna swing my
Sort of
bone around
helicoptering your
again.
bone. Okay.
Bone slinging, coming in.
Oh yeah, a little, and then a little twitch.
Yep.
Go boner.
I can't laugh and type. Well,
you get one more.
I'm the roller of 6s.
As he struggles to get up.
Oh, this will be the one. Clock.
Boom.
Yes.
Boom. Big hit.
Clocked him.
Right in the face.
Roll that damage.
The bone to the face. That's rude.
Oh no! I
It
almost
was
told you don't.
glancing. It must be like a tiny little bone you have.
I was gonna tell you not to roll a 1, but I thought you knew that.
Oh, you were thinking it, therefore you cursed it.
Oh no!
You didn't even have to say it.
No.
Oh, this
I
time
messed it
just,
up. I'll think it for Jim now. Don't roll a 1, Jim.
Anything
fumble
but
again.
a 1.
Don't fumble again.
Oh, okay, I rolled
Ooh.
something that isn't a 1. It's a 7 though. The sausages go flying past your knee and just.
Jim, is there a book or a movie or something that you've taken a lot from, like something very obvious? That this is a safe space you could admit to.
Yes. Yeah. It wasn't really a movie. I stole a whole bunch of plot lines while trying to learn how to do Monster of the Week.
Oh, okay.
From a couple of John Carpenter movies, but also the Supernatural TV series.
Oh hell yeah!
Because,
I was like,
yeah.
I was
it just
thinking of
seemed
that.
obvious.
It's so
it was sitting
perfect.
right there,
Yeah.
so I did. You mentioned like go ahead and imitate, and
Yeah.
everybody Tolkien imitated because he just wanted a story to go with the language he made up.
Right. Right.
Everybody does that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Going back through history. So there's no shame in it. It's a problem when you're plagiarizing. Being inspired and taking concepts is one thing, but
Yeah. That's why I like making a mix stew. I like bringing in different things from different places.
Yeah.
And then sometimes having the things be obvious if you catch it. If you're like, oh, that's freaking like just example in the Pocket Witch Roadshow just a couple weeks ago. I used a Pine Tree Lanes or Pine Tree. Anyway, the name I forget the name of it. The name of the mall in Back to the
Lone
Future.
Pine Mall and Twin Pine Mall.
Twin Pines
Twin Pine Mall. Yep.
Yeah, Twin Pines was the name of a hotel, and it's all 80s based this season. So I'm dropping lots of 80s things in it. That's fun for me, dropping little Easter eggs like that.
The 80s do have some fun things for that. I will give it credit as a decade.
Yes, I'd have a harder time trying to do a 90s theme game or something.
Yeah.
Maybe because I spent so much of it on drugs. I don't know.
It's so much flannel.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I guess you're right. You're right. It is okay. I guess I could
Say
pull some
that
90s
like
in.
it's a bad thing.
I mean, it can be. It can be.
Who is it? I think it's Ogre's turn, right?
It be. It's
Blossom.
time for me to play some golf again, and this time I'm not putting.
Putzing?
Or that.
It's a golden age for tiny burgeoning lesbians. Okay.
Take your word for that
Awesome.
one, Grim.
Take you. Absolutely.
Nope, not enough.
13
So
doesn't make a note.
I'm writing more things down.
I should have grabbed the driver instead of the chipper.
I just sort of step aside as I'm writing something down in my notebook.
All right, Big Jim.
Put my notebook away.
I'm gonna pick up one of the sausages that he fired at me and missed with earlier, and suck
Eat
it
it.
down.
Oh, but then
I'm gonna heal you 1 point of damage for that.
Me?
Yeah, you're at 7 now.
That's fair. That's fair.
Wait, did you just crit?
Yes, I did.
did.
Oh, well, you
So
got 7
thank you
hit
for
points.
that.
Yes.
little extra, little crit sausage for you.
Okay. All right, let's roll a crit
Anything
table.
but a 1.
Give me a 1d6 in the crit table.
4.
Strike to foe's kneecap. Inflict plus 1d4 damage.
Well, he was aiming at the kneecap.
True story. I did call that shot.
Held the knee.
All right, so a D4 plus my regular damage.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll do the first. No, that's an R. Thanks. That's what we said. 10 points of damage.
And the ogre go boom. Who wants to describe this death scene?
No, please.
It's funny you should say boom, but I'm pirouetting as I go down, my arms out, and I mean my knee is shattered. It's I can't balance. I fall right on the DM. I'm going to manage and implement
You
your
do
globe.
8 points of damage. But the DM is still alive at 1. And is going to heal back up for the next
Fortunately, the extra padding here has saved me.
So close yet so far.
I'm going to sit in here for a minute. Hold on.
So close. So, yeah, yep.
It was neck and neck. Edge of your seat.
It was.
Hanging on by the skin of my teeth.
You slung a fine boner, I will tell you that, Blossom. Credits to you.
Thank you. Your sausage wasn't that bad either.
Oh, thank you. That's awful sweet of you.
Just being
All right, moving on to level 7. Thank you so much, Blossom, for coming. Kathy Weppel, thank you so much for attempting.
for having me.
Yeah, absolutely.
The best, Blossom.
Absolutely.
Wait.
All right, we're going to make the change over to level 7 in just 1 second. Everybody in chat, level 7 is the Ask Chat version level, so we'll be there in just 1 second.
Did Blossom give me a gift? Was there a gift from Blossom? Oh, I'm going to look around. 1 minute later.
7. And here we are at level 7. We don't actually go to level 7. It's not a place that's off limits. But what we do is invite chat to ask you what. Okay, Lich. What's that, V? Okay, what? Let me heal you back up. And chat. Anybody got questions for the Dungeon Master?
I'm also going to loot Blossom's body as we move on to the next level. Ooh, a bone.
Needs to die now. Well, I mean, if he doesn't answer the boss's question, well, actually, there's a couple different things. He's about to go to level 7 or 8 and meet Oh Shit, It's a Dragon. If Oh Shit, It's a Dragon doesn't like if your horde isn't up to par, you might have to fight the dragon.
Okay, that's fair.
And then it's on to the boss. Monster Resources level 9. If you don't answer the questions right there, or to the boss's liking, you might have to fight the boss. So there's 2 more chances for the Dungeon Master to die. Oh, you got wraparound glasses, +1 luck. Ooh. Nice. Back up to 10.
Oakley's? Like Oakley's? That's awesome.
Back up to 10. Do we have any questions from chat?
And now AC-16.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go use the little lich room. I'll be right back.
Has the addition of technology to everyone's daily life complicated D&Ding for you? Actually, Father J, I wouldn't say it's complicated. A lot of times, it makes it easier for me as a DM. I talked about the stack of books. I actually have my stack of books on my iPad. It's searchable. I don't have to flip through pages and things like that. Oh, they're oak knees. Damn it. I was so close to having cool sunglasses. I don't think it's complicated. And honestly, I haven't had an in-person table in a couple of years, but thanks to technology, it's made it so much easier for me to be able to play and DM and expanded my horizons. I've been playing with my son and I have been playing with the Pyro Club for years now. They're all in Canada. My son and I are in Boston. And getting to meet all of the people, most of the people that have tried to kill me tonight, I've met through this. I hope that answers the question. It simplifies a lot of things. It complicates in a lot of other ways, but it doesn't really complicate my gameplay. Legion, do you prefer D&D Beyond or Roll20 character sheets? Honestly, D&D Beyond, only because the Roll20 character sheets are buggy. And sometimes they can be really hard to debug, that sort of thing. The downside to D&D Beyond is it's harder to customize and homebrew and do the edits. So it's like a give and take. Overall, though, I've got to give it to D&D Beyond at the moment. The Character Mancer is nice, but yeah, I don't know. Do you find you need to create the entire world land with all the politics and cities? Flesh it out encounter by encounter. A little of both, Gel Tip. I develop the environs that they're starting in. I'll take the world. I love making maps. I sit in Incarnate during lunch and tinker with maps and some of the world building generators, taking some of those fractal maps and doing those. That's a lot of fun for me. So I'll take those and make those maps and build out a world and then kind of figure out the story. I have a map that I based geographically off of colonial Boston because I happen to have this map from 1780 something.
Well, that's cool.
And so I built it out that way and fleshed it out there. As they would progress, I have a general idea of what's outside that area, but I don't always flesh it out. So it's a little of both. It also depends on the story too. Like if I have to flesh out an area for the story, I absolutely will do that well in advance. Do I have a town of Union in your worlds? I do not. I do not have a town of Union. When I'm naming, this is actually kind of funny. When I'm naming, I tend to follow the way things are named here in this world. And the origins of names are either people bringing the names from someplace else or describing the area around them. I live in New England, and we have all of our towns and things like that are a mix of brought over from England or native words, Wampanoag and Penobscot words that describe the area. So it's a I tend to take that approach. I don't like that type of thing.
Yeah, let's make sure we shout out.
Gel Tip, Kathy just answered the question.
So shout out to Big Jim.
They always have influenced the map in the world.
Father J, we're asking questions here.
So
no copy pasta.
Oh God, there's a wall of text from Father J. I'll get to that in a moment.
He's copy pastaing.
Kathy mentions my world building stream. For doing this online, I have a campaign I run on Wednesdays with some art streamers, where the community builds the world. I have kind of a map layout that either gets generated or I have, but the community builds it. The community tells me what's in the world, what the names of the places are, the characters. So that's why there's a Ye Moisty Marlin tavern on the docks in one of my towns. Because the community
Ye
came
Moisty?
up with that. Ye Moisty Marlin, and that's how it's pronounced. That was very clear. But let's see. Okay, Father J. This is going to take me a second. There's a lot of reading, and I'm not good at that. GM wants to come clean. They've been fudging dice, but they've been following a strict system. Secretly ignore a dice roll 3 times at most each night. With 1 time in the player's favor, 1 time against them, 1 time as a final silver bullet. So this is as a player, Father J. I'm not a Mana. I am a masshole, actually. So apparently we're enemies now. Cool. As a player, see,
we're enemies now, mortal.
Yeah, see, I'm a flatland masshole. New England has very strict rules on who you can talk to and who is acceptable. I'm a summer person to the Manas.
I do kind of like the fudging idea. I like having a code to it. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, in that situation, I gotta be honest. I can go either way. As a DM, there are times where it also depends on the players. If I have a new player, I might fudge more than I normally would, as opposed to a veteran. And as a player, did the result end in a good story? A good point to the story? Did it help the story? Did it help the fun of the game? I think that's where I would base that answer on whether I would accept it or not. And I would never, ever do it at the table. Ever. Yeah. I always do it off to the side. I always have a chat. I would have a chat with a DM on anything like that. And that's a rule with my players. You can call out something and say, hey, I don't think that's right. That's not the rule or something like that. That's fine. But an actual problem like that, we take that off the table and I'm open to conversations, whatever. But those are not arguments at the table.
Sure. Right on. Any final statements or questions? So we're going to move on.
Hold on, Father J. I am not from New York. I am not that Manhattan clam soup. We put cream and potatoes in our chowder like God intended.
That's
you take that back, Father J. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
Thank you for insulting my dungeon master, Father J.
What do you expect from a
tomatoes? We're moving on now. We're going to go to... All right, let's go to the waiting room. And let's see here. We're going to go...
Well played, sir. Well played.
All right, everybody. We're going dark. We're moving to level 7. Oh, shit. Likes to do this on their own. Take a break. Smoke them if you got them. Yeah, you can smoke your goofballs. We're on the dragon in 3, 2, 1. And where's she at? Where are you at?
Ooh.
I'm here.
Fire. Ooh, look at the fire.
I'm oh shit, it's a dragon. Oh, let me turn Kevin, activate the make it rain. Ladies and gentlemen in chat, my name is oh shit, it's a dragon. This is my human form. Right now there's a channel action called Make It Rain. If you click it, you will get gold. 100 gold every time you click it. Isn't that fabulous? Mr. Dungeon Master. As a dragon, I can fully enjoy a large horde. Larger, the better. So, I ask you, what is your biggest trove of RPG artifacts? Tell us about it. Show me your horde, and I'll see if it stacks up.
It's difficult to show because it is spread around my area here. But my biggest horde I don't have as many of the old school books. Unfortunately, they were lost in a tragic situation many years ago. But right now, my hoard is my minis, my figures, my terrains.
Okay.
You
say this. How many figures do you have? Ooh.
My Overgord, for example.
Ooh.
Fancy. Painted and unpainted somewhere.
Show me some of those. More of those. Those
Sure.
ones.
So I've got this one that I finished recently. Ooh. The Overgord designed by Mike Disney.
Oh.
I've got a blue slot
of Disney.
Here.
Of Disney?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
A blue slod that I just did. Where's the big guy?
That's what we all ask.
About seafood. I've got my Maryland blue crab man.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And they're spread all around, and a teeny tiny little dragon. Roughly, I'd probably say about 900 pieces all total.
900?
Yep, I have I bought from a friend a huge collection of Dwarven Forge terrain pieces. I've backed a couple of Kickstarters. I have a 3D printer.
That's one thing I need to get for my cave.
All of these things, including like this guy I printed and will be eventually sending to somebody nearby that is a mimic.
Oh.
That I printed. Things like that.
You printed the mimic.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's probably my biggest hoard and that I'm really proud of right now. I've got this huge bag of dice and things like that, but I regret not having. I had a lot of the old modules. I had a Fiend Folio, which was my favorite D&D book ever. The old school Fiend Folio with the Githyanki cover.
Exactly. Yes. Always wanted
Deities and Demigods. I had all those books. Unfortunately, they are no longer with us.
Oh.
So that's pretty much my hoard as it stands right now. And going back to what Father Jay said about the technology, so much of it is digital now too.
Yeah. That's a good point. So you would say the majority of your hoard is made up by these thousands of figures? Hundreds of figures?
Hundreds and hundreds of figures and terrain pieces.
Yeah. So no older modules, those are all no longer with you?
Yeah, unfortunately. I did actually buy, and this was an impulse buy, and I make no regrets, the Castle Amber reprint that they just came out with, the big, thick hardcover book of Chateau d'Amberville, the old X2 module that I loved that module.
Did Goodman Games bring that out, or is it Goodman Games that's supposed to?
I believe it's WotC.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure. It might be. I don't know. It was, but they have Expedition of the Barrier Peaks.
Okay, that's Goodman Games.
The old Borderlands. Those they've redone and brought them up to 5e. So I am absolutely going to run that adventure sometime for people because I loved those as a kid.
Yeah. Do you have any Dragon magazines?
I have 2 left. I have 2 of them, unfortunately, and they're not handy. They're actually in a box.
I believe you. I believe you just saved your.
But I have 2 of them that were. One of them had a basic programming program that you could type into your computer to roll dice for you.
Wow, that's. I don't think I have that one. I think.
And then the other one is a Vallejo cover. The orange swarthy barbarian cover, and I haven't read them in years. They're more just showpieces with some old comic books that I have stored away. But that's unfortunately all I have from my old stash.
I can feel that pain. Sometimes people come in and steal your loot. I have that adventurers come in, and before you know it, it's gone. Parts of it gone. I might fart while I'm sleeping and blow some flames and melt some shit.
We've all been there.
We've all been there. It happens. Well,
especially with my flaming sausages. You eat enough of those, it's bad.
I tell you what, I have deemed your hoard worthy, and I will not attempt to eat you. Even though you're a Global Implementation Manager. Actually, I'm really glad because you don't sound very tasty.
I'm probably not.
Yeah, I'd have to
I do
overcook
have
you
solid
probably.
fashion. I will say
That
I
is
have
a
some
beautiful.
of the
That is a
best
wonderful
fashion
shirt.
sense, but
That
yeah,
goes a
I probably
long
don't
way.
taste good. Yeah.
Well,
I'm very gristly.
there's some people in chat who think maybe I should be attacking you. Maybe you can convince the boss, V and Kathy, because that's who you're going to go see next. Now you're moving on to level 9.
Oh, I'd love to meet the boss.
That's Monster Resources.
I think that's really who I have to talk to if I'm going to finish my global implementation plan.
It really is. Yeah. Well, that and then you go to the CEO.
Well, sure, of course.
Yeah. He ate me. It's not. I'm sorry. I'm laughing. It's just fun. I think that was my favorite part. Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much for coming by and showing your horde.
Shut up, Joltip. Shut up, Joltip.
Way to fool.
No, he's joking. He's a joker. I would never do that. With a name like Oh Shit, I would never fool you.
No, you better not. Okay.
Look at this personality score. How could I?
And we are going to go here. All right. Level 9.
Hey, Kevin. How you doing?
There.
Good
Hi.
to see you again.
I'm glad you're back and you're not all burned up. That's pretty good.
No.
You're not
We
a
had a
burnt
nice
piece
chat.
of sausage. Awesome. All right, we're going to move on. We're going to take you over to Monster Resources. And I will I'll be right back. Hey, guys. We're back. You down off your goofballs? Good. Let's rock it. We got one more. One more person we're taking. You know who it is. No fucking around, okay? No, I'm not going to give her your love letter, okay? Baffle me. You're going to have to do that yourself. Okay. Okay, everybody get ready. We're getting the boss in here. And,
One Google Calendar minute later.
I'm trying.
yes. And here we are. Where am I? Okay. Hello.
Hi there.
There I am. I'm up here. This is kind of a Dungeon Master thing.
Oh.
Hey. How's it going?
Kevin.
Oh, wait.
I don't mean to be rude, but you're upside down, dude.
Hey. This is what happens when I come visit the boss. I get upside down.
I get that.
Dear boss. Well, okay.
Hello.
This is Monster Resources. This is the floor that deals with all the monster problems. I mean, we're one big family here in the dungeon, and what we need a floor for the administration of that family, and that's where the boss takes over.
Great. I've got some PowerPoint presentations and some statements of work and some RFCs I'd love to bring to your desk.
Okay. Well, let's, calm down just a little bit because I heard some things through the dungeon vine that kind of, I kind of didn't like hearing about it, so I need you to explain that to me.
Oh, sure, of course.
Something about global implementation.
Well, that is my role. I am the Global Implementation Manager, and I'm here representing corporate to help implement our policies and facilities globally. And this is still globally, isn't it? I'm just doing my job. Doing my job.
Will you go into detail about your job a little more than that?
Oh, sure. So I'm in charge of shaping how the globe is implemented. So, for example, say you needed a space to have people living their lives, doing their things, adventuring, sneaking into dungeons and, taking pickles from goblins. My job is to implement all of the mechanics and the layout of the place for that to happen in the most efficient, cost-effective, but entertaining way.
Okay, well,
Entertaining.
why you're here is because I am looking to hire a DM for Goblin Therapy, and where you're going to be stealing things from them, I kind of don't...
Oh, no, I don't do this. I just implement the environment. That's other people that do that. I'm just here to implement and facilitate.
So you're going to be implementing ways to steal from goblins, is what I'm understanding.
I mean, that's always a possibility, isn't it?
Well, it looks like you didn't bring anything to the potluck.
Oh.
So...
I did not get an email about a potluck. Hold on.
Is that it? That's a.
I did not get
That's
that
a call
email.
to battle. That's a call to battle, ladies and gentlemen. You didn't bring anything to potluck. That means the bosses was not happy with this interaction.
Yeah, it's a little worrying here.
You didn't bring anything to potluck. That's a personality check. Well, actually, you're gonna have to roll initiative first.
Yes.
I should go to the right channel to do that.
Ooh, beat a 21, boss.
Well, okay, we'll try.
You get +3.
Yep. Oh no. Okay. So
I'll say, even though I didn't get the email, that doesn't mean I didn't bring something to the potluck. And I will take my tickle finger and I will fling a whole bunch of flaming sausages for the potluck at Monster Resources.
Here's your potluck.
I got your potluck right here.
We got a corporate takeover happening right now. 10 isn't going to do it. Not going to do it, Dungeon Master.
Would there be
That's
a
right,
reasonable
Delta.
amount of luck to make it happen?
5.
I'm going to make that happen.
5 luck. Okay. You gotta move your.
Bring me down to
stats over a little
5.
bit.
I'll use half my luck for this.
Okay.
And 6 flaming sausages in a
6
casserole
damage.
dish come flying. Bam! Oh, I didn't bring a chafing
That's
dish.
not enough to take the boss down, I'll tell you that.
That's
so
right,
the boss
that's
is still
right.
standing.
That's right.
Okay. Your turn, boss.
okay. Okay.
Hey, Corey.
And I get +9. Wait. 1d20 plus 9?
Yep.
Yep.
Wait, did you want to do the didn't bring anything to potluck?
Yes.
All right, so that's your move. You need to make a personality check, Big Jim.
Any adjustments for having a piping hot dish of sausage?
No.
That's fair.
But you got
Can't hurt to
+2.
ask.
You do have +2.
That's great. I do. I forgot about that one. 17.
17. You made it. So that whole flaming sausage thing. How can you fight it? You did bring something to the potluck.
It's true. Okay, so I guess I will just move on to my next question. Still not happy about that, but okay, so when you're not stealing things from goblins,
Facilitating the ability to potentially steal from goblins.
Okay, thank you for correcting me. Tell me about any experience that you have working with goblins directly. When you're
Working
not
with
stealing
goblins
things from them.
directly. Well, I did in fact implement actually a fairly complex facility in an abandoned temple for a goblin tribe. They had a half-ogre cook. They had a large latrine pit that used to be a baptismal font. They were very pleased with that. The chief goblin was able to be put up in a priest's chambers that had, well, it used to have 4-post beds. It had 2 posts, so we did a tarp thing. It was kind of, we were under budget. We were over budget, so we had to make do with what we could do. And a lot of pickling vats, because of course they need pickling vats. Unfortunately, circumstances beyond our control, the goblins did not manage to hold on to the facility. There were some adventurers that came in later, but that was after I was off the project. I was off the project at that point. But that was the unfortunate part of it. But I really enjoyed my time working with those goblins.
There's rumors that you've used cheap gnoll labor.
Oh.
No. That was a subcontractor that we found out later had done some shady business. We did sever ties with that subcontractor, and then we did pay some reparations to the gnolls in the form of some halflings that they were able to, roast up.
Oh. That's
how you pay gnolls. I don't make I don't work in payroll. That's payroll's problem.
What do you think, boss?
I'm just gonna. Let's just move on to the next one. So, as we all know, goblins are hard to deal with sometimes. How would you handle a situation where maybe a goblin didn't appreciate the world or content that you put into creating for them? If you were to DM
Unfortunately, I've been given a series of specs, some story points, some circumstances. Maybe there's deities involved. I can't control the flow of adventurers all the time. We can implement traps, but we have to go with spec. I am bound by codes and regulations like everybody else. So I will happily listen to goblin grievances. We have a goblin suggestion box. But
goblin suggestion, a GSB.
We end up finding more. There's a bunch of pebbles, chicken bones. Somebody pooped in it once, but that's a goblin. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, sounds about right. Probably a pickled finger or two. Although that's like treasure.
They were limbs of some sort. We didn't stick around long enough to identify what they were exactly.
I did. I turned off the gold. It was probably Father J. Yep.
Father J. Of course it was.
Oh, looks like somebody's gonna have to watch some training videos.
I think it's actually DM Jim's turn. If we're gonna keep the fight going.
I was talking about you for not turning off the thing. Yeah.
Oh no.
So we'll have a little chat later.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, continue.
I'm gonna surreptitiously slip Kevin a business card.
How do you what I'd like? I got a question for the DM, the Dungeon Master. Please. We talked about NPCs, but we didn't talk about the type of monsters. Like, how do you like to breathe life into your monsters?
I really like making monsters more thematic.
Okay.
Goblins, kobolds, things like that. They can be very simple and according to canon, but there's a lot of ways to make them a lot more interesting as well. And this, I am not above reskinning just about anything.
Yeah.
If it seems like it fits the theme. There's a really good book by Kobold Press. There's a couple of others that I will snag stuff from there. The various WotC books, DM's Guild stuff. I love taking a lot of those things and making them thematic.
Yeah.
Or just come up with something that just seems fun.
Right.
I've always wanted. I'm a big fan of What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Both the movie and the TV show.
They're both great. Yeah.
And I want to have an adventure go to hell or something like that at some sort of abyssal plane and encounter a tax accountant incubus, which is kind of a mix of Colin Robinson from What We Do in the Shadows, the emotion vampire, plus Louis Tully from Ghostbusters, Rick Moranis' character.
Okay,
I think that would be just a phenomenal combination that just makes it entertaining. Okay, cool. Yeah, oh great, another beholder. Awesome. But what if that beholder is a roller disco ball with stocks?
Right.
That sort of thing. I want to try and make it a little more interesting along those lines.
So treat your monsters like other NPCs. Like you would NPCs. It's actually going to lead you to better better kind of monster encounters and stuff.
Yeah, and if it's following the theme, in one of my campaigns now, I have some very stock goblins and some orcs.
Yeah.
But I have them characterized differently. Okay. I don't want to give spoilers because some of my players might be watching this, but they're set up differently in the world.
Okay.
They're not just like the Warrens and the scavengers and the offal feeders.
I like the idea of the aristocrat goblins.
Yeah.
Aristocrats. Rich goblins. Posh. Posh goblins.
Oh,
very funny.
Pass me another pickled Goliath too, if you could, please. Oh.
Well, what do you think, boss? Are you going to keep fighting, or what are you going to do?
I just had one more question, and we will see. We'll see.
Okay.
What do you consider the most important traits for a DM to have if you were to be DMing for this therapy group for these goblins?
Honestly, you can prepare till the cows come home. You can write up all of these things. You can have some awesome maps. The best thing for the thing you really need as a DM is a level of I don't want to say thick skin. You've got to be able to roll with things though and improvise. Roll with something and be able to yes and the next thing and work that in and keep it with your story, but be able to improvise around it because you're not going to be able to predict everything. And it's not going to be fun for you if you're frustrated and trying to do this and not rolling with these things. Just go with it and let it take you where it's going to go and figure out how things are going to happen. But you've really just got to be able to improvise and roll with things.
Okay. We're still going to have to meet later about the whole global implementation bit, but...
Sure. Like I said, I've got a couple of PowerPoint presentations. I can print out some binders if you'd like to. We can have a whole bunch of stuff set aside for you.
We'll do lunch.
Yeah,
we'll do lunch.
We'll do lunch.
Just check my calendar. I've got it is up to date. Just grab some slots on my Google Calendar. We'll
you
be
might
good
be
to go.
lunch.
Oh, yeah, you might be lunch. So
not the first time.
Keep that in mind.
Not the first time.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess.
Is he good to go see the Lich?
I guess.
Oh,
not good enough to hire, maybe just yet. We'll figure that out later.
Not good enough to hire
after this whole.
We'll talk some negotiations and things.
Maybe, yeah. We'll see.
On it.
We'll see. Yeah. I'll see you in my office tomorrow.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Leave your business card.
Yes,
I did. Here you go.
Yeah,
look at that stock. Look at that card stock. That's a damn fine card stock.
All right, well, thank you very much, boss. We're going to move along and take them to the Doom. Let me do a little bit.
One meeting invitation later.
You're back here, and we're going to head into the Doom. Now, y'all ready? We know what to do. We're just going to hand them off. All right, so the Lich is a very busy guy, so he doesn't really ask a whole lot of questions, but...
That's fair.
Yeah. 1 second.
I'm honored he's able to make a little time for me, to be honest. It's really good for my career, too.
Good.
Does he have a LinkedIn?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Save yourself. Hey, it's a pleasure.
Hey, hello.
Hey.
You can't hear it, but my voice is the Lich's voice.
That's great.
DM, Big Jim Slade, welcome to the Doom.
Thank you. It's good. It's a pleasure to be here. Love what you've done with the place. I do have some suggestions from an implementation standpoint for efficiency, but we'll figure that out. We'll work that out in the wash. It'll be perfect.
I've been watching your journey here, and every year we enter the dungeon in the Dungeon of the Year contest, and that's coming up in a little while. I'd love to, pick your brain about what could be done to make it a better dungeon. I don't know so much about. I like the idea of spas on level 5. If you like that, good stuff.
You've got that warm mud. I mean, you may have to have some reductions in forces because I think that the work ethic and the attitude of some of the folks that are there right now might need to have some adjustment. But that's something for HR to figure out, not us.
You regular old humans are so you're endearing. I'm gonna pick your brain and I'll probably eat it. I don't know.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out. I got one question for you, Dungeon Master.
Please.
Why do you Dungeon Master?
Because I really like the games. I like creating these stories and these worlds. Going back to, it's why I got into visual arts and broadcasting and photography early on in my life. And this is just an expansion of it. And I love playing, but I also love being able to play everything and sort of shape things. And it's a real challenge for me in my improvisational and my writing. And even when I fail, I hope it's still fun.
Give you a chance to dig a little deeper.
Okay.
Why do you DM?
Why do I DM? Because that's exactly it. Is I can create these things. I can be all of these different people. I can have all of these players and surprise them, or be surprised by them, and be able to step back and watch things happen.
I think there's a deeper reason. Maybe next time you come back, you'll be able to tell me.
I mean, it's fun to control things.
Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
Tears. Okay, you probably. It's the tears. It's the tears.
It's the tears.
When you
I play to drink the players' tears.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's more fun to kill than to kill. Let's be honest.
There is something to be said for being in the seat. You're always playing as the DM.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying all DMs are in it for control, as I did, but you like being the story too. Is it what is it about that makes you want to experience all these different stories? Is it an escapism? Is it there's always something else that drives us.
Of course. You grow up with comic books, you grow up with these things, and you love these stories, and you have this escape. But you're escaping into somebody else's world. You get to escape into your own world that you've created and you've shaped. And
shared.
You can be, and honestly, let's be honest, you can be really terrible in a lot of ways without consequence. In the sense that, like, you've created this world that has good, that has evil, and you can have terrible things happen as kind of part of that escape. There's a catharsis there, in a way as well. But mostly, killing players.
I will take it. I will take your final answer. I approve. Thank you very much, Big Jim.
Oh, thank you, Lich. It's been a pleasure.
All right, moving on to see, Kevin's going to take you for the rest and see what your score rolled out to be. It was nice meeting you. Thank you for enjoying my dungeon and slaying as many as you did. Although we didn't really slay. No monsters were hurt in the production of the show.
What about the one that I cut up and ate?
It was we replaced that with regular mushrooms while you were looking. Remember when Kevin said something about look over there, and then you looked, and then we replaced that. Yeah, there's a lot of misdirection, illusionists at play. Yeah, it's all virtual.
I am going to be so honored to work with y'all in the future.
Yes, sir. All right, we're going to end scene. Hello.
A traitor. That's me.
Okay, where am I at? Hi. Well, you made it back from the Lich alive. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He is. We like working for him. He's a good guy. Look, let's tally up your score.
Sure.
Viva La Dungeon, you conquered all 10 levels.
Ooh. It was close, though. I'll give the monsters credit. It was a tough battle. They gave 110%. Had me in the first half, but I'm glad we were able to pull through.
No deaths, which no minus points there. No minus points.
Speaking of enjoying somebody's tears, there's a lot of tears I'm enjoying with that right now.
You did. Now, how many bits did we get thrown? We didn't get a whole lot of bits thrown. Suni threw.
Wasn't watching.
Like 30 bits. I think it was like 30.
Gift subs. There was also gift subs.
When was there gift subs?
That counted early in the game.
Gift subs. No, the gift subs don't count. Well, they should. I'll give points for the gift subs too.
Okay,
let's say we're gonna put in. Let's see. We're gonna do 50 for finishing, and then we're gonna do bits and subs. 58. Comes out to a total of, looks like you've made 508 points tonight. 508. Isn't that? Yes, my calculation is correct.
Yep. I had to double check myself. I'm like, yeah. Because my math skills are awful. I'm an engineer, and my math skills are awful.
Ladies and gentlemen, we finished off Big Jim Slade. We're going to shout you out again. For those of you who don't know. Wait, Kevin Level 2 Maths. I did it right. We're going to throw you out. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Dredge. Thank you, boss.
Thank you.
Big Jim, it was a lot of fun. I
had a blast. Thank you so much. This is so much fun.
This is a lot of fun. Thank you. I learned some things along the way from you, which is really fantastic. We should all be learning from each other, Dungeon Master.
I agree.
Actually, yeah. And you know what? If you have an idea of you, Jim, and chat, anybody have an idea of Dungeon Masters you think should run the Dungeon Master, Viva La Dungeon Master, let me know in my Discord or anywhere in Discord. Let me know who you think.
Shout it out right now. DM Liam from the Pyro Club.
Oh, yeah? Oh, Liam.
He's
Liam.
Phenomenal DM and plays and runs all these different systems. Inventory full on Twitch. Okay. 100%.
100%? All right. I'll keep that in mind for sure.
That is agreeing.
Yeah. Awesome. Any questions for us? Dungeon Master.
I'm tipping my hat to you, the monsters, the boss, everybody. This is so much fun, and I hope everybody appreciates the amount of work that goes into something like this.
Yeah, no kidding.
I do.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. And thank you for this opportunity. This is so much fun.
We did substitute, and we substituted the illusionist, substituted other mushrooms, and they should be kicking in pretty soon. And have a nice trip. Just kidding.
Oh.
Thank you, everybody in chat. Thank you so much for all your help and all the polls and the sporing and the weapons and all that kind of stuff. It was a pretty close game, actually. You should have died a couple times. We got really close to dying a couple times.
If it wasn't for the missed math 1 point, because I had lost a point but got one back because of the
I like the plot twist of you laying there. He thought you were dead. They thought you were dead, and then
and then a tickle finger.
Now that's a good trope.
You don't want it. Where you don't want it.
Am I being groomed? Jesus.
I'm sorry for the toss reports you're going to get after tonight.
That was good stuff. Thank you to all the monsters that participated. You guys are rocked. M and Kathy and V, you guys coming over from the Pyro Club community. Thank you so much. You're super awesome.
It means a lot that they wanted to murder me, and it's very touching. It really
thoughtful is. And Lizard Wizard Ichor was new. It was the first time they've been on the Legion Horn. That they did an awesome job.
They were awesome.
really cool.
I loved it.
If I forgot you, I'm really sorry. Oh, the boss. Finally, the boss. You rock, boss.
Yeah, the boss. The boss always rocks.
The boss is the boss.
You know.
We're gonna we'll take this crowd and energy and grade into somebody. I'll take suggestions.
I should open a browser window for that then, shouldn't I?
Oh, if we have we could always go to an artist. We all like our artists. Do we know Sariana?
I don't, but
creativity starts with what it ifs. Like, what about my look?
Sariana's Sarrianna. Not enough pickles, Asmo. Did we one shot? We one shot the goblin. That was.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I took a decent amount of joy in that. Love you, Asmo, but that was way too much fun killing you that way.
More pickles. Sariana's drawing some drow, drawing some D&D art. She's a pretty cool artist, so we could check her out. And then, let's see. Anything else? Anything you want to promote there, Big Jim? What's coming up next for Big Jim?
So tomorrow night over on the Pyro Club is our All Bards campaign with the community built world.
All Bards, that's right. Yep.
Truths and Liars. I do most of my DMing and RPGing on my own channel. I do some of the world building. It's October, so I'm trying to get some spooky games and creepy games and what we call shenanigans, where folks in the Pyro Club community join me for ridiculously dumb games that we're bad at. And we do have a real estate stream coming up right around Halloween, which if you know, you know. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, mostly just the Pyro Club Friday. Wednesdays and Fridays I'm playing and DMing, and then from there everything on my channel.
Right on. Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. I shouted out the Pyro Club. If you're not following, make sure you follow the Pyro Club.
Thank you.
And then Fruit Soup on Fridays is a lot of fun.
Yes.
And then I've been putting we put a lot of effort into this season of Pocket Bitch. Anybody wants to swing by and check it out? It is it's a fun ride. It's visually fun and cool. And we're trying something different this season. The Pocket Bitch Roadshow is a game that you are playing as well. And it's even kind of set up that way. Imagine your RPG that you're playing, your Dragon Age at home, and you get to choose where the party goes. That's us. That's our party. You choose where they go, and other things drop chaos on them and things like that. So it's a big old experiment, and we put a lot of effort into it. So come check us out Saturday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern. And all right, so we're gonna raid into Sariana. It's a new friend we've made, artist.
Great.
Pretty cool. And y'all have a great evening. And I'll start the raid first. There we go. Yes, thank you for coming and patronage. Thank you for your patronage. Viva La Dungeon.
Thanks for rooting for my untimely demise.
I hit go right at the end, right with the
nice,
right there.
Excellent, perfect.